Thank you for logging on to this broadcast on wellscountyvoice.com. Since the onset of COVID-19, we have all had to experience social distancing, and this is true with high school sporting events. Our school administrators are doing their best to keep our kids, teachers, administration, and their families healthy. We are honored to be a part of the solution to contain and overcome this, as well as promote our student athletes. We wouldn't be able to bring this broadcast to you if it wasn't for our sponsors you hear throughout the broadcast. Please shop their businesses, use their services, and tell them thank you.
From Zollner Stadium on the north side of Fort Wayne, welcome to the Sectional 27 Championship as the Norwell Knights, ranked number 7 in Class 3A, in the final poll take on the 5-5. But that 5-5 record is a little deceiving for the Concordia Cadets. Alongside Christian Bohada, I'm Derek Decker. We've been happy to bring you Norwell football all season long here on The Voice, and it continues tonight thanks to Barkley Builders, who has financed our broadcast once again. So they're our angel sponsor. We'll be thanking them throughout tonight's broadcast. If you see them, certainly thank them for their support. Without them, this broadcast would not be possible. Rights fees in the tournament are very expensive. So now with all that out of the way, let's turn our attention to what's going to happen on the brand new renovated Zollner Stadium turf tonight. They've got a video board here, a couple new play clocks. Everything is in great shape. Nice renovated press box as well. Everything looks really nice, Bo. We've been thoroughly impressed since we got here a couple hours ago.
Yeah, and we really have, and it's kind of set the atmosphere for tonight's game. Highly anticipated matchup between these two teams. Like you said, that 5-5 record for Concordia doesn't really speak true to how good of a team they are. As obviously playing in the tough SAC conference, you got the Homestead and Carroll and Snyder and a bunch of tough teams that they play, and kind of go through the gauntlet of that conference schedule. Yeah,
no doubt about it. The Cadets lost to Homestead way back in week 2. Of course, Homestead was the victors of the SAC. They tied with Dwenger, but they won the tiebreaker, kept the victory bell, lost that game just 7-0. So it kind of gives you a sense of where their defense can be. And in fact, Concordia played that game without the starting quarterback, Brandon Davis, who is a tremendous looking senior. 5'11", buck 75. He's a really, really athletic kid. Between him and Amir Drew in the backfield, even though they struggled against some of the big boys in the SAC, of course, this is the smallest school in the SAC, This is a talented backfield and a high-powered offense.
Yeah, I remember last year coming up here to Zollner Stadium. Norwell lost that game 17-14, but I really felt like they were in the game, and Concordia returns their same quarterback and then running back in Amir Drew, who's the senior now this year. Just a stud of a running back, big boy, hard to bring down, and that'll be a big challenge, as Norwell's strength of their defense has been stopping the run. So it'll be an interesting game to watch tonight and see how that pans out.
Amir Drew has gone over 1,000 yards, but the Knights have a 1,000-yard rusher of their own in star senior Max Ringer, who's gone for over 1,100 yards, in fact, this season. And, of course, behind star quarterback Eli Riley as well. These are a couple of really good seniors that work in tandem together, and it speaks, before we even get to the defenses, Norwell's offense, to me, has been the surprise of the season. We knew they were going to be defensively disciplined and stout, but offensively, since that Leo game, they've really come alive, and they have not gone away in any game so far past week 3 this season.
Exactly, and I think that we said it last week, that starts up front with the big boys and setting the tone and controlling the line of scrimmage, and really it makes play calling for head coach Josh Gerber really quite easy when he's able to get success on virtually any play he calls. They get a good push up front, and a lot of that is also stemmed from senior quarterback Eli Riley making the decisions that some might say that he's supposed to make as a 4-year varsity starter. He's really just impressed me. He hasn't turned the ball over a ton this year, and that's
3 picks, Bo.
And that's incredible. And that just speaks strides to the decisions he's made. So I'd expect him to have a really good game tonight in his decision-making, the aspect of that game, as well as, opening up and maybe getting a little passing success here on this Concordia team.
3 picks to just 17 touchdowns on the season. So what an impressive year that senior quarterback Eli Riley has put together, and has taken so many steps, has matured so well throughout high school. Obviously has a ton of varsity experience.
Yeah, yep.
But, man, he has matured, and it's been really fun to watch him grow. You are listening to the Billy and Supper Pub pregame show. Billy and Supper Pub is your local source for Tex-Mex some of the best burgers in the area and some of the best American food in the area as well, located in downtown Bluffton. Thank them for their sponsorship all season long. Let's talk about star receiver Luke Graft, who leads Norwell with almost 500 receiving yards on the season. He's still the team receiving leader despite missing 3 games before coming back last week and returning in Norwell's win over Mechanical.
I was just going to mention that. The fact that he missed 3 games and still is the leading receiver just speaks strides to the way this kid has been playing all season. He's got the speed, he's got the size, he's got the hands, and really that's not much more you can ask for in a receiver. He's stepped up to the plate and fulfilled a big role for this Norwell team only as a sophomore. I think this kid has a really bright future ahead of him, and I'd look for him to have a really good game tonight as well.
No doubt about it. Let's shift focus now to Norwell's defense, the number 2 scoring defense in Class 3A. And offensively, I want to mention as well, Norwell's only punted twice in the last 3 weeks combined, so that's the first 2 games of sectional and the Columbia City week, which Norwell was trailing by as many as 21 in the first half and came back to win. So you know this team has the ability to get some stops defensively. Their scoring D has been good all season long. Really, outside of that explosion from Columbia City, it's been a tremendous season on the defensive side of the football for Josh Gerber's Knights.
Man, Norwell, like you said, we knew their strength of this team was going to be that defense, but I didn't know they were going to be this ferocious and this aggressive. And I talk about controlling the line of scrimmage on the offensive side of the ball, but the 3 big boys that get it done, man, you got Quinn Dryban, Brody Bolin, and Zach Christensen, who just get it done up front. And those, man, they're big boys. They get good push, and that makes it easier for linebackers to pursue. And talk about linebackers, the stud in Joel Rinkenberger, and then you got almost a dynamic duo with Isaiah Breggy. Them 2 combined, it's hard for us to tell them apart a lot of the times because they're always flying around the field and making kind of the same amount of plays. Hard-hitting linebackers who, man, I also expect I don't know. I expect a good game out of everybody, I guess.
We'll preview this matchup a little bit more on the other side of this break. After that, we've got the balance of our pregame show, followed by the kickoff. Tonight, Sectional 27 Championship in Class 3A on the line. The winner takes on the winner of Brebeuf and Chittard. If the Knights win, they'll be at home no matter what. We're talking and previewing more on the other side of this break. Thanks for joining us tonight on WellsCountyVoice.com, part of the Voice Sports Network.
If you're tired of being stuck at home, juggling work and school schedules, all while trying to take care of yourself, listen to this. The YMCA understands that 2020 has been difficult, but they're open, they're cleaning, and they're ready for you. They want to help improve your physical and mental health. They're offering a $75 savings if you join the Y in October. Mention this commercial and save. Surround yourself with a community built of family, friends, and staff who can help you enhance your spirit and mind as well as your body. You'll have unlimited access to all YMCAs in Allen, Whitley, and Wells counties, free health and wellness screenings, and hundreds of free group exercise classes. Plus, Y members receive priority registration and reduced rates on programs like after-school care, dance, and karate. The Y is so much more than a gym. They're your community. So join in October and save $75. Financial assistance is available to those who qualify. To find the Y nearest you and branch hours, visit fwymca.org.
Kathy Peterson of the Steffen Group is part of a select group of real estate and auction professionals that are changing the game of how real estate and auction transactions are handled. With a strong background in customer service, Kathy believes helping people is the most precious gift she can give and is committed to being a partner with her clients through the entire transaction. Contact Kathy Peterson at the Steffen Group at 824-6353 or drop her a message at Kathy, Cathie.Peterson at SteffenGRP.com.
Did you sprain your ankle playing with your kids last night? Have you had a nagging pain while training for an upcoming race? Or do you have an upcoming surgery? Indiana Physical Therapy understands how important and valuable your time is to you. At Indiana Physical Therapy, we can schedule you within 24 hours at any of our 19 convenient clinics. IPT has been a trusted part of your community for over 32 years. With trusted results, you can count on Indiana Physical Therapy to get you better, faster. You don't need a referral from your doctor, and all insurances are accepted, including Anthem. IPT is your choice for physical therapy. So what are you waiting for? Call Indiana Physical Therapy right now at 260-209-2464 to schedule an appointment, or go online to indianapt.com. Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Is filled with fabulous golf courses that offer a variety of experiences and are as diverse and distinct as the regions they're in. And there is one right here in your backyard that you shouldn't miss. Green Valley Golf Club, located at 2635 East, 150 North in Bluffton. You deserve a little time on the greens, so book your tee time, brush off your spikes, and get ready to play. Green Valley Golf Club, located at 2635 East, 150 North in Bluffton, just east of the Stone Quarry.
Head on out to Green Valley to hit some balls on their driving range or putting green. Call 824-4510 to reserve your tee time. Green Valley, where your friends play.
Hello, this is Tim Steffen Financial Group. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving forward. We must balance staying safe and moving forward towards our needs and goals. We are here to help you with your future planning. Steffen Financial Group, located at 110 West Cherry Street, Bluffton, Indiana, would like to help you with your retirement, Roth IRAs, investments, and savings plans. Call me, Tim Steffen, or Rhonda Vandentop, 260-824-8175. And at that same location is Tim Steffen Insurance. We like to help folks with their personalized Medicare supplement, health, life, and long-term care plans. Securities and insurance offered through Thurston Springer Financial, registered broker-dealer, member FINRA and SIPC, and Indiana Insurance Agency. Corporate headquarters in OSJ 9000 Keystone Crossing, 7th floor, Indianapolis, Indiana 4672440. Tim Steffen is a registered associate of Thurston Springer and is doing business as Steffen Financial Group. Steffen Financial Group is independent of Thurston Springer.
We're here at Craigville Appliance. We just wanted to say to all the fall athletes, good luck on this season. Be safe, be strong, compete to the highest level. Always practice good sportsmanship. If moms and dads, I know it's time, washer and dryer season, we'll take care of you here at Craigville Appliance. We can deliver it, install it, no big deal here at Craigville Appliance. Good luck, have a great season, compete to the highest level.
Cleaning One Incorporated, your cleaning specialists. They offer a great variety of cleaning services, commercial cleaning, cleaning windows, strip and wax floors, clean carpets, complete sanitizing of facilities, floor repair or replacement. They will also schedule a PM maintenance program.
At Cleaning One, your security is their top priority. They do a complete background check on each of their employees so you can feel good about letting them into your homes. For more information, give Rob a call at 260-409-2564 or give Bob a call, 260-403-7676. Or you can simply send them an email at officeonecleaning@yahoo.com.
Cleaning One Incorporated, your cleaning specialists.
Farms, an online meat market, has a heart for people and a focus to provide a variety of locally raised, 100% grass-fed or grain-fed beef, pork, and poultry. Their shopping experience is easy. Simply visit HoosierCreekFarmsLLC.com, fill up your cart with high-quality, locally raised meats, and choose to have it delivered in an insulated box right to your front door. Or you can pick it up in Bluffton or Huntington. You can find recipes and cooking tips by following them on Facebook and Instagram. Begin cooking with confidence. Hoosier Creek Farms, high quality, locally raised meats. HoosierCreekFarmsLLC.com.
Serving Bluffton and all of Wells County, Bluffton Rentco offers the biggest, cleanest, and most reliable selection of equipment around. They offer small and large equipment like lifts and skid loaders, to lawn and landscaping tools, along with home improvement and construction rental equipment. Bluffton Rentco can handle all of your rental needs, including party rentals. Visit BlufftonRentco.com to view their large selection of rental items, located at 975 North Main Street in Bluffton. Serving Ossian since 1938, Ossian Hardware is your best choice for hardware, paint, lawn and garden rental, and so much more. Stop in today for all of your project needs and be rewarded for making your purchases at Ossian Hardware with their Best Rewards program. Stop in for more information. Knowledgeable, friendly service is what you'll get at Ossian Hardware. Stay connected at OssianHardware.com or on Facebook.
And welcome back to Zollner Stadium. What a tremendous scene we've got tonight. Unfortunately, we do not have the large crowd that we hope to have in for a sectional championship like this. Of course, Norwell playing for their first sectional title in 6 years. Concordia looking for back-to-back sectional victories as the Norwell Knights enter Zollner Stadium and take the field in front of an estimated 250 Norwell fans tonight. Same expected here on this Concordia sideline. It's unfortunate, but that's the realities of what we're living in, and that's why we're thankful that you have supported The Voice all season long to make these broadcasts possible. It's Derek Decker alongside Christian Bohada tonight and has been for most of the season. Concordia and Norwell are about to do battle here at Zollner Stadium. This is a Concordia defense that we didn't talk about a lot in the pregame, and they are really, really solid as well, giving up just 211 yards per game, inside of 100 passing yards a game, and they are a solid defense. I think one of the biggest things I've noticed while during my prep for Concordia, they've allowed just 23 plays all season of over 20-plus yards. And that's a big number, Bo, and Norwell's had a lot of those big plays this season.
They really have, and man, if Norwell is able to at least just get, say, 3 or 4 this game, that'll really give them momentum on the offensive side of the ball, and that translates over. Yeah. If you're having success on the offensive side of the ball, that'll translate over to the defensive side of the ball as well, and get those guys pumped. We know Norwell has a lot of two-way players, so if you're having success on one side of the ball, you're taking that momentum over to the other side of the ball as well.
Bo, I'll tell you something else. Concordia, we've talked Norwell all season long. So Norwell's won the toss, by the way, and has deferred to the second half. We've talked all season long about the number of takeaways that Norwell's had.
Yeah.
But Concordia is on that same level. Norwell plus 15 in turnover margin and Concordia plus 14. So both of these teams very good at taking the football away from their opponents.
I'll tell you what, turnovers will be huge in this game. I can't expect this game to come down to maybe 1 or 2 big plays that determine the outcome. That's how close and evenly matched these teams are. Checking out the nice new video board here.
This is so cool. I mean, I'm telling you, what an atmosphere Concordia has been able to create here as we get set for tonight's Sectional 27 title. It's been a great production. This is just a great atmosphere.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, like I said, we don't have the number of fans we hope to have, but we're just very happy and blessed and thankful to be playing football here as we approach Thanksgiving. Norwell kicks things away here tonight in their iced-out all-white uniforms. Concordia going with the white pants as well, but black tops and white helmets. So a tremendous battle set here at Concordia. We know the computer thinks this game will be within 1 or 2 points, one way or the other. So really it's just about home advantage.
Yeah.
We're just about set to go. Norwell playing for their first sectional title in 6 years. Concordia looking for back-to-back sectional victories. And Josh Scott will be on to kick this one away to start things off for Norwell, as he has all season long. Scott has been really solid, and the special teams we've talked about all year have been really important for Norwell. And, of course, hopefully you can see our scoreboard again. Barclay Builders, the reason this broadcast is possible. It's a pooch-style kick as it drops inside the 15 and bounces near the 10, where it is returnable. But throwing on the brakes, and they push it to the sideline. Luke Graff makes the stop, shoving the return man out of bounds near the 23-yard line. So that's where Concordia will start their first possession offensively.
Really nice place kick by Scott there. It's nice when the kickoff bounces. You know, the return team wants to catch that in the air, so they have momentum going forward. You kind of had to wait on it, so allowed the kickoff team to get down there and make a nice play.
Well, the reason that was a pooch-style kick as well is Cam Johnson has 2 return touchdowns on the special teams unit this year, 1 on kickoff, 1 on punts. First down from the Concordia 23-yard line as they work left to right to open things up here this evening. In the gun, Brandon Davis, backfield. You know it's Amir Drew, who has a big play. Knee sputters down, but lunges forward near the 33, and Concordia's going to move the chains on the first play of the night.
Well, if Concordia has a lot of success out the middle, that'll create havoc for this Norwell defense. I've said all year the strength of the Norwell defense is inside, and the big boys inside, and the inside linebackers. And you know, first play, it's hard. You can't really judge a lot off the first play, but I'm sure Concordia is thinking, man, that's a great play, having success with the run up the middle.
Yeah, you're right, Bo. Norwell has not had that much difficulty stopping teams up the middle, so perhaps Concordia opening things up. They split 2 receivers to the right and 1 to the left here on 1st and 10. Another big hole for Amir Drew. Eli Riley cuts him down, but he lunges forward again across the 42-yard line, a pickup of 8.
For the Cadets.
I look for defensive coordinator Matt Taylor make some adjustments here. Is he, I think it'll be kind of a chess match here throughout the whole game between coordinators and seeing if they're in a certain scheme, then they're going to run a certain play to that scheme and vice versa. So, man, this will be a great game.
We'll keep you updated on some scores throughout the area tonight. We do have a couple of sectional title games going on around the Summit City as well. This is an option this time. Brody Bolin took out the quarterback Davis, but Amir Drew gets a first down as he's carried forward near the 47-yard line. Zach Christensen wrapping him up, but yet another first down for Concordia as they're putting together a nice drive to open things up this evening.
Brody Bolin did a nice job. That's his assignment. On those options, the DNs take the quarterback as he's unblocked on that play and forces quarterback to make a decision, and he does a good job. That's defensive ends' hopes and dreams right there for them to run an option his side, because that's just a free lick on the quarterback.
They go to the pistol here on first down as Amir Drew still back there. Again, over 1,000-yard rusher for these Cadets on the season. 1st and 10, and Drew gets the call on first down. Man, he's got a nice wide hole. Tripped up by Joel Rinkenberger from behind, but it's just about 5 or 6 yards every play, and that is not something Norwell's done all season long.
No, Norwell's going to have to find a way to stop this inside run, or it's going to be a long night for the big boys inside. Start pulling some blitzes or some stunts to stop at least 1 or 2 of these run plays to make Concordia spread it out a little more and let the Norwell defense really just settle in. I'd expect them to settle in here pretty soon.
Something else of note, Norwell had 8 penalties last week, and that's something that Coach Gerber has really tried to work on with his club. 2nd down and 4 here from the Norwell 47-yard line. Drew on 2nd down, stuffed this time, but man, he spins forward, spins out of a tackle. Isaiah Braggy met him up front along with Joel Rinkenberger, but he spun out of it. Eli Riley finished him off, but it's enough for another Cadet first down.
Yeah, I mentioned Amir Drew's name in the pregame show, and I know you did too, Derek. He's just a stud of a running back. He's been doing it a while, and the senior is just kind of taking control right now. He got 4 or 5 yards after contact there. And just haven't seen a lot of that on this Norwell defense yet this year.
It's hard to imagine Concordia would go away from the run while they're having success with it.
Yeah.
But it's a team that does like to go through the air now and then. Davis has attempted over 150 passes on the year. And he does sling a screen pass out wide on first down. And a burst of speed down the sideline. Stays in bounds. He's going to go the distance. Touchdown, Cadets! What a start for Concordia.
Man, and that's what Concordia is going to do. That's what having success with the run up the middle does. It forces that Norwell defense to suck in and bail in, go all in on that inside run, and man, they just flip it out to the receiver and let him do the work. Nice job there.
Cam Johnson with a huge burst of speed down that sideline. And the Cadets have come roaring to life here on their first offensive drive. The extra point is up. It is good. That is Joe Gutman. And he's only missed a couple of PATs all season long. And Concordia is on the board first here at Zollner Stadium as we break for a moment and return on The Voice.
Ossian State Bank takes great pride in supporting our local football programs. We are the only community bank headquartered in Wells County. We've had the same name and downtown location for over 108 years. Ossian State Bank has given in excess of $1 million of contributions back to the community. We are locally owned and operated by many of your friends and neighbors. Stop in soon to see what makes Ossian State Bank special. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Back here at Zollner Stadium, what a start for the Cadets, Bo. They did not face a lot of resistance on that first drive.
They really didn't. I mean, they got success up the middle, and then that screenplay just throws it outside and beats a Norwell defender, and nobody could catch him. Just Concordia couldn't ask for a better start when receiving the ball. That's a big punch in the mouth for Norwell. But as we've seen this Norwell team do all year, they've always responded. So I would expect a pretty good size response here.
Yeah, keep in mind, Norwell has come back from deficits of 17 and 21 this season, so they've been, and I'm certain that's only happened a couple other times, if any, in program history. It's a squib kick, and it's returnable by Joel Rinkenberger, who runs up the seam. He's met near the 36-yard line, so really pretty good starting field position for the Knights.
Really is. Started at the 35, 36-yard line. Norwell couldn't ask for a better field position there.
Rinkenberger with the reception.
Nice job. It was a little of a squib kick. I don't know if they think Norwell's return team is that much of a threat or what, but
well,
Knights aren't complaining, I'm sure.
Rinkenberger has averaged 26 a return. Brege's averaged 28 a return. Remember, he had that opening touchdown against DeKalb. Norwell outgained Concordia last week 407 to 213, so this is an offense that can put up some yards. Ringer went for just 84 yards, and he is stacked up on first down. In fact, he lost a couple. This Concordia team is coming out ready to play here tonight.
That's what it looks like. It looks like the Norwell team is kind of coming out flat, and that's hard to do in a sectional championship. Concordia just has all the momentum right now. Norwell needs a big play, or maybe even just get half of these yards back, at least make third down manageable. Wasn't the ideal first down play for the Knights, but this second down play is crucial.
It only takes one big play to get teams rolling sometimes. We'll see what Norwell has dialed up. Riley on a rollout, now plants his foot, cuts upfield, tackle from behind, got back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll bring up third down and 10. And this Cadet sideline is fired up as these Concordia fans are into it here on this side.
They are, and it speaks kind of strides to how the team's playing right now. Good atmosphere right now in Zolder Stadium, and Concordia's taking advantage of it right now as Norwell fans are silent, and maybe Norwell definitely needs a big play here.
So third down and 10. Riley will come out of the pistol. He's got Bo Morgan out here, but looks to be set up for a run. Instead, Riley will drop to throw. He's got pressure. He's flushed out of the pocket. Riley tucks it and runs, turns the corner, cuts back upfield. He's close to a first down. It'll really depend on the spot. They put him at the 46, which would be enough for a first down, and a tremendous 10-yard scamper from Eli Riley to keep this first drive alive.
Yep, it's first down for Norwell. Man,
that's a big play.
That is a huge play, and I preached about Eli Riley in the pregame show. He's making varsity level decisions, and that definitely was right there. That's a huge decision on third and 10.
Riley
nice job.
Has averaged 64 yards a game on the ground this year for the Knights. And he'll line up under center here on first down. Ball near midfield. Concordia scored on their opening drive. Ringer gets the call. Tackle from behind. We always talk about it. Falling forward, gets out to the 49, a first down gain of 3.
Norwell's not mad about that play. You know, their last first down play was a lot worse than that. It's a 5-yard differential from their last first down play. So, yeah, good 3-yard run on first down. We've talked about it all year as well, as first down plays are crucial to how the next two pan out, as it opens up the playbook a little more.
Luke Graft out here. They bring a blitz. Ringer manages to weave through some traffic, gets across midfield and down across the 49 of Concordia. Set up third down and a long 4 for the Knights.
It almost looks like Norwell's line right now is going slow motion. I don't know if they think they're outsized up front or what.
Well,
but
the Cadets are fast right now.
Man, they really are, and it makes Norwell look like they're playing real slow. And I don't know if they're just not getting off the ball. They're not really hearing the cadence from quarterback Riley or what, but
that front three
getting a lot of push.
That front three of Rusher, Narwhal, Settle, and Hayworth have been really solid up front. Riley falls down after the snap. And so that play was designed to be a pass, but it will bring on the special teams unit as Riley slips on the turf and Norwell's drive comes to an end near midfield.
That's a real bummer. He got tied up with his running back Ringer there. I don't know if the turf monster got him or what, but man, I knew he was going to roll out to the right on that play, as at least what it looked like designed to be, and there was 3 receivers over there, only 2 defenders. He would have had somebody open potentially for a first down, but tough break for Norwell.
Riley averaging 35 a punt. There's the rugby style. This one's a line drive, spinning kick inside the 10, and it spins into the end zone for a touchback. So Concordia will start back on the 20-yard line. 53-yard punt is Riley's longest of the season, and so the Cadets will start out at the 20. So Norwell's unable to get the first down, keep the drive alive, and unable to pin Concordia deep into their own territory. And now we'll see what adjustments Coach Matt Taylor's made, because Concordia moved the field with pretty relative ease on their first drive.
They really did. They were getting a lot of success up the middle. I don't know if Coach Matt Taylor or how soon he might make an adjustment of putting 4 down linemen, because right now he's only got the 3 down linemen, but you got to stay true to the Concordia pass game as well and have that extra defensive back. So,
hand off to Drew on first down. Man, Norwell's getting gashed now.
They really are. And the holes that Drew's running through are huge. And it's really not all on Drew. It's just his line is giving him holes that are huge, and he's just running right through them.
Yeah, he's not being touched near the line of scrimmage. No. And so it's an 8-yard gain on first down. 2nd down and 2. And until the Knights can figure out a way to stop Drew, I wouldn't know why Concordia would go away from that.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you there, Derek.
They split 2 out to the right, 1 to the left on 2nd and short. Davis comes out of the pistol. Man in motion prior to the snap. It is a little bit of deception. And crawling for the first down was the wide receiver Tyler Grossman. 3-yard pickup will move the sticks again for a first down.
Honestly, I'm a little disappointed in the way the Norwell line's playing right now. Like I said, I don't know if they're getting outsized or what, but right now it kind of looks like they're getting outplayed, and I expect a little more effort from these guys, because they know they're what set the tone, and they've done it all year. They've done a really nice job of it all year, so I look for them to pick it up here soon.
What a gorgeous night for the sectional championship. 61 degrees and clear here at Zollner Stadium. Davis the option to Drew on first down. Drinkenberger's there to meet him. That was one of Norwell's better defensive efforts so far. They limit Drew to just a gain of 3.
3 yards.
And if they do that, then they'll force Concordia to pass the ball on one of these downs, and I think that's what needs to happen right now. If Concordia is able to just run the ball all night, then it's going to be a rough night for these Knights.
So again, Concordia started with the ball first, drove the field easily. Norwell sputtered near midfield. A punt went for a touchback if you're just joining us, and now Concordia is set up for 2nd and 7 on their own 34. Grossman in motion prior to the snap. Davis has it, slings a screen pass to him, who has the grab. Grossman met by Bo Morgan. Norwell's having a real tough time getting him to the ground. It took 4 or 5 Knights to stop him near the 36-yard line. Grossman fighting hard for the extra yard. And it'll set up 3rd down and a long 4 for the Cadets.
Yeah, nice job by Grossman there on fighting for that extra yard, but nice job by Norwell defenders rallying to make sure he was down. There's 4 or 5 guys there to make sure that tackle was secure. This is a big 3rd down, and this would be a huge stop. It'd be nice to see some Norwell fans get on their feet here. Is big 3rd down here for the defense.
The 250 across the way, trying to make a little bit of noise. Davis out of the gun, 3rd down and long 4. Big drop, dumps it off. And there's a penalty marker down in the backfield, so this play is going to get negated. That would be in the area of holding.
And it's going to be a hold.
We'll hear from our white hat, Brian Coriel, for the first time tonight. It's a hold.
Yep, good call, Derek. That's going to back him up a ways, because that's from the spot, correct?
That is. So that's a big, and you remember, he had a big drop on that was set up to do that.
Yeah.
So this will bring up 3rd down and almost impossible here for Concordia.
I wouldn't say impossible. We saw that big play for the touchdown, but yeah, like you said, this is a break for Norwell for sure. They need to capitalize on this. I'd expect some blitzers from the linebacker level, maybe some stunts pulled, and if they hit home on a sack here, it's tough for Concordia to flip the field even on a punt. So here we go, another big 3rd down for Norwell.
3rd and 22. Clock on the move. Again, this game should fly by. Both these teams are run heavy. Not a lot of incompletions really from either team. Norwell fans making a little noise again. 3rd down way behind the sticks here for Concordia, and an obviously predictable passing down unless they go conservative and just play it safe. Davis has the snap. It's a toss, and getting stretched out towards the sideline was Cam Johnson, and he's forced out near the 26-yard line, so a negligible gain of 7, and Concordia will be forced to punt.
I think Concordia was weighed their options there and was happy with the way their defense performed on the on the last time out. So kind of trust their defense and flip the field here, give Norwell a long field to drive as Clayton Bailey's back to receive the punt.
So Brandon Davis is back there to punt, I think. Actually, take it back. It's Jace Parnan back there, who's averaged 29, a punt for the season. Parnan walks into it, and Hafley almost got the block.
Blocked.
That ball bounces, takes a good bounce. Leighton Bailey on the return near the 30, cuts back up the sideline, pushed out at the 33. So, again, really pretty good starting field position for the Knights.
It really is. That was a nice job by Leighton. That ball might have rolled another 10 yards if he didn't pick that up on that hop. Good Concordia hop, but nice job by Leighton getting what he could there. Like you said, that punt was almost blocked, and boy, that would have changed things.
Well, a really nice punt that time from Mr. Parnan.
See what the Norwell offense can do here. They had a little bit of success, picked up a first down, and I thought that third down play was a really great play call, and I think they had him outnumbered on that right side. Eli Riley just tripped, so see if they can catch a break on this drive and punch her in the end zone.
Net 41 on the kick from Parnan. 3-yard return from Leighton Bailey. Riley steps, throws a deep ball to Luke Graft, and he goes down.
Gotta be.
But there was no penalty marker.
Wow.
And it'll be 2nd and 10. So he kind of ran into a wall near the 45-yard line. Looked like Cam Vanderbosch, the corner out there, to slow him up. And it definitely looked like Graft tried to sell it, and he was not getting the benefit of the call.
And I think he might have sold it to me then. As I thought he got pushed down for sure. I saw some hand extension from the Concordia defender, but nevertheless, I don't know if the line judge wasn't looking or what, but no call brings up 2nd down. Norwell's got to pick up some yards here.
Predictable run set, although they have trips to the right, and they do throw it. Bo Morgan behind the line of scrimmage. Ankle tackle made. That was by the linebacker Cooper Harris, and a gain of just 3. So it's 3rd down and long again for Norwell.
These 3rd down and longs are exactly where Concordia defense wants you. This is, I'm sure, where they succeed a lot.
3rd down and 7.
They're able to send some blitzers and kind of sell out on a pass.
Bo, they flushed Norwell last time, and Riley, well, of course, the official last time, Riley fell down and kind of caught the turf monster, but on first drive, the first sequence, he was able to scamper for it. This time he's pushed down near the 40. So again, Norwell not able to get a first down here. Pretty conservative play call on 3rd down and 7, and it'll bring on the special teams unit for a 2nd time.
I feel like that's a great maybe 1st or 2nd down play, but for 3rd down, maybe they saw they had them outnumbered on that side, but Concordia flying and rallying, making a good tackle and a good 3rd down stop.
So Concordia right now does not have a man back.
Well, they almost blocked this punt last time.
Riley gets off a really good one and good coverage as they run blocked, bouncing inside the 10. This is going to be a tremendous kick by Eli Riley. Came from the 41-yard line, and that is a great punt of over 50 yards, and that's the second 50-plus yard punt for Riley. 22 seconds remain here in our opening quarter, and Concordia will start way back at their own 6.
That is called flipping the field. That is a perfect job by Eli Riley. It's interesting that Concordia chose
sold out for the block.
Yeah,
and they really didn't even bring that much pressure.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if they were hoping it just rolled in the end zone or what, but man, kind of a shocker they didn't have somebody back to return that, especially since you mentioned they have a good threat in a returner. But
yeah, quick update early on as Homestead and Warsaw are tied early at 7. Eastside and Lures are also square at 7. That's on the south side of town tonight. So we get some updates on our video board here. What a great setup at Zollner.
Nice. That is nice.
Davis on 1st down, hands it off, and this time met at the line. Brody Bolin stacks him up and pushes him back. A host of Knights, Quinn Dryband in there as well. Just about a 1-yard gain on 1st down. Norwell's best defensive effort so far will take us to the end of what was a tidy and quick first quarter. We'll be back after this break. Norwell, Concordia battling it out for the sectional championship as the Cadets lead 7-0 at the end of 1 on WellsCountyVoice.com.
Soaring high above, exploring our planet. professional timepiece designed to take flight. Citizen ProMaster. Go beyond.
Daniel's Jewelers on North Main Street in Bluffton, where personal service and trust become part of the memory.
Bluffton Tire, you know where they're located, across the street from Bummy's, right at the entrance to the 4-H park, has been serving Wells County for over 50 years. Bluffton Tire needs to be the first stop for brakes, struts, front end alignment, and offers over 20 different brands of tires. Stop by and see Carrie Jennis today or visit online at BlufftonTire.com for online specials and coupons. Bluffton Tire is open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon.
Hi, this is Carrie Jennis at Bluffton Tire, and we'll keep you going.
And welcome back to Zollner Stadium. Concordia leading Norwell 7-0 after one in the Sectional 27 title game. Concordia again looking for a back-to-back sectional title victory. Norwell looking for their first sectional championship in 6 years. Back in 2014 was their last one. Of course, that was when Norwell was in Class 4A. And of note, Norwell will be rejoining Class 4A next year due to enrollment. They kind of hover on the line between 3 and 4A all these years. And actually, for a time, the 4A sectional was far more friendly to the Knights than the 3A sectional that included a really good Lures team at the time and has always included Concordia. So second down and 9 for Concordia here on their own 7-yard line on the first play of the second quarter. The Cadets come out of the pistol with 2 split to the right and 1 to the left. Man in motion before the snap. Davis has it. It's play action. Davis looking. Hafley missed him, and he slips. It's caught near the 5-yard line, and then stumbling out to near the 11. A good pickup for Concordia on what could have been a disastrous play. Norwell almost got to him, and there is a penalty marker down at the end of the play. So Norwell sideline signaling for a safety.
Would be a hold in the end zone.
Well, we'll see what the call is. We'll hear from our white hat, Brian Coryell, tonight. They are talking about it, but the entire Norwell sideline wants a safety.
I think the penalty's over here on the 12-yard line. I'm not sure.
If that's the case, then it would not be a safety.
So I'm not sure why they would be signaling a safety here.
I think the only thing they could have been arguing for was that his knee was down before he got that ball out. Davis was relatively close to try to dump it off, so here comes our call.
Illegal man downfield?
It's illegal touching. That was a lineman who got that. So it was, so it's illegal touching.
Okay.
That was to the lineman, so you can't do that.
Well, and I think they're signaling for a safety because they think it's intentional grounding because he was trying to throw it away, and a lineman just happened to get his hands on it.
So the officials are discussing things, but what this will do is they'll back it up inside the Concordia 10.
It should be a third down as well, right?
It is a loss of down.
So
it's actually, tough play. Well, I take that back. It's half the distance from the spot of the illegal touching. So this puts it back at the 3. And actually, Bo, the fact that Concordia caught that is the difference between a safety and not.
It really
is. If it's intentional grounding, if he drops that and it's not an eligible receiver, then there's none in the area, and it's intentional grounding,
in the end
and
zone,
it's a safety. So that actually bails Concordia out. So it's behind the sticks now on 3rd down and 13. And Norwell's got the Cadets right where they want them again. Maybe the biggest play of the night so far as Norwell tries to keep the football on this end of the field.
Norwell fans getting up.
And Knights fans come alive a little bit. 3rd down and long for Concordia, and out of the pistol on 3rd down comes Davis again. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Knights bring a blitz. He rolls to his left. Davis plants his foot, floats it downfield. Riley slips, and it's caught near the 39 through pass interference. What a grab by Tyler Grossman. Are you kidding me? They're going to pick up 35 and a first down as the penalty will be declined. Riley did all he could, but he slipped late, and Grossman came back to the football to bail Concordia out.
Wow.
What a game changer that is.
And I think what Riley was doing is realize he was beaten, just trying to tackle him and maybe prevent a big play. And he came up with the catch.
Unbelievable. So, man, that is a great catch by Tyler Grossman. And realistically, it was. Davis just heaved it and hoped that his best receiver was down there. He has the most catches on this Concordia team, and he's been the go-to man tonight. And that gets Concordia without their backs to the goal line now. And the handoff goes to Drew to the outside. Tries to turn the corner, but gets cut off by Riley and Luke Graff near the 41. Negligible gain of 2 to bring up 2nd and 8.
Yeah, I know that's a big play from Concordia, but Norwell's got to realize that they're starting to kind of stagnate this Concordia offense, and they're getting success as like I said, they're having success with some plays, and they're able to call some blitzes, and they're looking like they're playing a little faster. They have a little chip on their shoulder here as they allowed the Cadets on the first drive to just score really easily. It's not been as easy for Concordia on this drive or the last drive when they made a stop. So Norwell's got to realize that, they can have success against this Concordia offense.
I think you kind of have to block out that play, too, because you've had success. Davis throws. It's caught out wide, and they do have success this time. A big pop out near the 44-yard line. Big gain for Luke Speckard, the 6'2 senior, and Concordia's into Norwell territory again.
That was almost too easy for Concordia. He was wide open. There was nobody within 5-10 yards of him. Just a quick out route. I think that's on the outside linebacker. Maybe they caught Norwell in a blitz. And good play call from Concordia, and not so great from Norwell. Proved true for them and picked up a nice first down.
So the Cadets had an incredible catch, 35 yards, that Davis showed off the arm a little bit. Threw it out near the 40 to keep this drive alive. That was on 3rd and 13. This time Drew picks up 3. So he hasn't been able to rip off the big runs as of late. Isaiah Braggy making the stop.
But still, Derek, 3 yards every play, that's going to get you a first down. And
we talk about that happening with Ringer all year, and it's the exact same on the other side.
Exactly. And Concordia knows that, and Norwell knows that as well. They need to really just scheme up something that stops this Concordia offense, as Norwell's having trouble doing so. Man, they had them in a perfect spot back there in the end zone.
Yeah, they did.
But like you said, they got to look past that play and realize they're having some success and really just look ahead.
We'll see if Concordia starts to open things up more through the air, and I think that's probably about to happen here on 2nd down along 7. It's another screen pass, this time to Grossman. Grossman killed him earlier in this drive. John Colbert wrestles him out of bounds near the 37-yard line. A pickup of 5 down to officially they'll spot it at the 37. 3rd down and 3 coming up for Concordia.
This might be 4-down territory for Concordia if they're close enough. Knowing that their defense has been having success stopping this Norwell offense. I'd expect to run up the middle with this Concordia offense.
Yeah, unless Concordia loses a bunch of yards here or has a penalty, I think you're right, Bo. If they don't get it, they're probably going for it. Out of the pistol. Handoff. Drew has the first down. Again, had that push up front. Joel Rinkenberger on his back from behind. But another Concordia first down as they're down to the 33.
Just keep marching it. That's these long drug-out drives and keeping the ball out of the Norwell offense hands, not allowing them to really get anything going is going to kill the Knights. They got to maybe create a turnover or something.
Bo, Concordia last week at Oak Hill in that 24-0 victory. The game was a lot closer than that. But Concordia had the ball for over 30 minutes of that game, so dominated time of possession, and they're doing so again here through the first 15 minutes of tonight's contest.
Yep.
There's an option. Davis got rid of it late to Drew, and a nice tackle from behind by Max Ringer after a gain of 2. So that was almost disastrous. Brody Boland's been keying in on Brandon Davis, and he's put a couple nice hits on him here on the last couple possessions.
It's really a tough play to cover on that option play, but Norwell covered it well there. They kind of got bailed out by Ringer. He's not the man that's supposed to make that tackle on that play. The pitch man's covered up by the safeties. He's supposed to be screaming down in either Bo Morgan or Eli Riley, whichever side it's on. Every player has an assignment on each play, and on that option play, those assignments play crucial to if they have success against it or not.
2nd down and about 9 for the Cadets. Ball resting on the 32-yard line, right hash. Davis to his left, makes a man miss, reverses field, Davis flips it, and is it intercepted? What a pick by Luke Graff near the 20-yard line. Incredible play by the corner. Luke Graff has his 4th pick of the season, and he changes the game again.
Man, what did I just say? Norwell needed to create a turnover, make something happen, and there it was. Just dove in front of the receiver. wanted the ball more.
Man.
Boy, it looked to me like Graff was just trying to get that right arm in there and bat it away.
Yeah, and
he was
picked it
draped all over the receiver, legally, I might add. It looked, at least from here, we're a long ways away, but it looked like it was pretty tight coverage and legal.
Yep.
And instead, he gets the pick. And now Riley, the keeper on first down, they got a good block. Riley tripped up, out of bounds, past the 25 to the 26, so a first down gain of 5.
They had really good success on that quarterback sweep on that third down play that we thought maybe they should
have
ran a little more aggressive play on that last third down the last time they had the ball. But like I said, that's a good first or second down play, and there it was. That's good success. That's best success they've had on first down all night.
Norwell has their 22nd pick of the season. That is an incredible defensive number, and we talked about takeaways maybe being a key in this game, and Norwell has the first one of the night. Riley looking to throw on second down, that is incomplete. And it was almost picked off. Bo Morgan was caught up in a route. He just kind of ran into a wall again, but they say incidental contact, and it's 3rd and 5.
See, that's tough. I think that's 2 plays that I don't know if the refs aren't looking at him running his route or what, but if you're more than 5 yards down the field, you can't just chip him as he's running his route. He's 10 yards down the field, and he's getting hit as he's running his route. You can't do that, especially the ball was in the air. He broke out of his route and got hit. That's just That's something that's you can't do that.
Well, there's no rule in high school for a 5-yard chuck like there is in the NFL with illegal contact. 3rd down and 5. Screen pass to Graff. Graff's not going to have anywhere to go. He is stuffed back at the 26. Might have gotten half a yard, but it's going to force Norwell to punt again as Concordia had it covered well to that side. So the Knights unable to take advantage of the turnover, Bo.
And that's tough. You know, that turnover is something big they needed, and can't even capitalize a first down off of it. This is a game of momentum swings and changes, and Norwell's got to capitalize on when that momentum swings in their favor for sure.
Riley gets another good one away. This one's a wobbler. It's going to take a Concordia bounce this time and check up near the 34-yard line. So not as good of an effort, but still a 40-yard punt from Eli Riley. So that's pretty – Riley has actually made a big impact in the game from that aspect. Norwell has been unable to put any points on the board here. 7:04 left in our opening half, and Concordia is still leading 7-0.
Well, Norwell's defense has got to come up with another stop again. Concordia, well, I guess you can't always count this Norwell team out. You can't count them out at all. They've been down, like you said, 21 points and 17 points. But
those were against
this game is
good
a different
defenses.
This game is a different feel for sure.
That was against East Noble, who was really beaten up in that game, and Columbia City, whose defense is not good at all. So that was a totally different scenario. Drew trying to run through a pile of guys and gets 2.
And of course, a lot more pressure felt in this game than those games,
doubt.
For sure. You know your season's on the line in this game. You don't win, you go home, and so Norwell's got to maybe right the ship here soon. By all means, not out of this game. It's only 7-0. I mean, they get a stop, and just the offense really needs to find some success, and they're trying a little bit of everything. I got to give it to Coach Gerber. He's trying a little bit of everything.
Well, remember, Norwell does get the ball to start the third quarter coming out of the halftime break.
Which is big.
2nd down and 7. Pretty generous gain of 3 on first down. Norwell brings the blitz. Ringer blitzing. It is caught on a pass to the sideline and slipping out of a tackle and continuing to move as Van Landingham finally drug down across the 40. Couple missed tackles inside the 50-yard line, and Concordia is in business again.
Man, you know, he was able to just sling it out to him and allow him to pick up the yards after catch. Norwell had a chance to tackle him before he even got to the first down marker, for that matter, and couldn't bring him down. He broke 3 or 4 tackles into Norwell territory.
Down to the 38-yard line. Half of this second quarter gone. Concordia is basically in the same spot as they were when they threw the pick, so they've really managed to mitigate the impacts of the Norwell interception. Drew gets the ball on first down. Pretty big hole. Again, burst forward for 3. But Norwell has had a lot of tackles for loss and stops in the backfield this year. And Josh Gerber is going to use a timeout here. So while he does that, let's take a quick break and return on WellsCountyVoice.com.
I'm Dr. Josh Bell from Corrective Chiropractic in Bluffton. My goal with chiropractic treatment is to make you feel and function better by providing neurostructural corrections to help put your spine back into alignment, to strengthen your nerve system, and to relieve nerve pain. We strive to help you heal and stay healthy for years to come. Our full-service chiropractic team in Bluffton provides corrective exercises, lifestyle advice, along with spinal and postural screenings.
Hi, I'm Dr. Nick Altair, and I'm proud to join the team here at Corrective Chiropractic. Our goal is to figure out what is causing your pain and restore movement to the optimal level. From infants to older adults, chiropractic is a safe way to manage growing pains and other body trauma. Did you know that chiropractic care can strengthen your overall immune system? Give us a call at 260-353-1400. Chiropractic care can help you on your journey to the best version of you.
Corrective Chiropractic, 360 North Main Street, Suite A, Dutch Mill Plaza, Bluffton, Indiana.
Welcome back to Zollner Stadium. Concordia on top of Norwell, 7-0 and driving. 2nd down and 7 coming out of the break. Bo, we were talking a little bit at the break how big that play was for the offensive lineman to catch it. If not, it's intentional grounding. It goes down as a safety. Even so, it's illegal touching. It backs them up inside their own 5. Concordia has 3rd down and long. And then just kind of a heave of sorts down near the 40-yard line. Riley trips in coverage. Yeah. Tyler Grossman comes up with the catch near the 40.
Yep.
And, even if Norwell doesn't get the 2 points on the safety, they're at least in much better field position than they are right now. And now
exactly.
Concordia is driving again up 7.
Yeah, exactly. If they make that stop, it forces Concordia to punt out of their own end zone.
Yep.
And Norwell can maybe go try to get a punt. It just changes the whole game. So
right. And
that was a huge play. Man.
So,
and as I said, 1 or 2 plays might determine the outcome of the game. That's one of the plays that would.
You don't even think about that as a huge play because, nothing great happened.
Yeah,
they didn't even turn it into points.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
And it actually ended up in an interception. But how big it is looming right now for Norwell. 2nd and 7 on the 35. Davis looking to throw deep, and they both fell down, and they get the penalty marker. John Colbert got his feet tied up with the receiver, Scotty Van Landingham, and this is going to cost Norwell a pass interference.
This is tough because the same thing happened with Luke Graft on the first drive. He got tied up with the defensive back, and they didn't end up calling anything. But, man, they call it now. That's tough.
So this will give Concordia a 1st down. It'll move them inside the 30-yard line, and they'll mark it off as John Colbert comes up with a penalty, get them all the way down to the 20, and they'll enter the red zone for the first time tonight. They had a big play to score on their first drive of the game on a pass to Cam Johnson. So 1st and 10 on the 20, and Concordia is almost in striking distance. Joe Gutman has a long of 31 on the season, so you're sitting just outside of his range at this point. And any points in this game are going to be huge as they are hard to come by. Both these defenses are solid, but Concordia has had the decided advantage right now in basically everything. The Cadets have dominated this game so far, save for that pick from Luke Graff. 1st and 10. Davis hands it off to Drew. Drew stood up by Bolin. Maybe half a yard, maybe a yard. There's been some pretty generous gains really to both sides tonight, so benefit of the doubt given to the offense so far tonight. Nevertheless, they're down to the 19. Concordia is well within striking distance here as we tick towards 5 minutes left in our opening half. Norwell trailing Concordia 7-0. The Knights have trailed twice at halftime this year, or 3 times rather. They won 2 of those games. Came back from down 17 on the road in Kendallville to take down East Noble, who was injury-prone at that time, and beat Columbia City in the final regular season game after being down 21 at the end of the first quarter. 2nd down and 9. Davis gets out of pressure and cannot escape all the Knights, although lunges forward down to the 18. So another yard.
One thing to note
3rd down and 8.
Sorry, Derek. One thing to note about Davis is when he's scrambling, he's holding the ball in his right hand, and he doesn't tuck it.
Yep.
Very well, and Norwell's got to maybe take advantage of that, take a swipe at it. It's just one hard hit or one knock of that ball, it's definitely on the ground.
Well, really, Davis has had almost all of the turnovers, and they've been 7 interceptions. That makes up 7 of the 9 Concordia turnovers on the season coming into tonight. Of course, he had pick number 8 on the play earlier here in this second quarter. Norwell fans trying to get back into it.
Yeah, they got to hold Concordia to a
3rd
field
and 8.
goal here for sure.
Well, this might be 4-down territory. We'll see. It's on the fringe of the range. A reverse. They can't get him in the backfield. Johnson sprints to the sideline, and he's pushed out. No gain. and Norwell's defense holds strong. They are going to bring on Joe Gutman, who will try the field goal here.
Concordia trying a little trickery, but Norwell defenders just stayed home on that. There was 4 guys on that side unblocked. They played that perfectly.
So this will be about a 35-yard try. And this would be a season long. He's 2 of 3 on the season. Gutman, the right footer. Norwell fans making some noise. Snap back. Gutman, right foot, line drive, kick, and it will be good. He drove it through. It was kind of a side-winding kick.
It definitely was,
but
yeah.
That could come up huge for the Cadets as they put 3 more on the board with 3:53 left here in this first half.
Great drive by Concordia. Good job by Norwell standing strong, not letting them in the end zone, but points are points, especially in this game, as Norwell's had trouble marching the ball. I don't see them having any more than 30 yards of offense so far. So, yeah, points are hard to come by, and good job by Concordia punching that one through.
Yeah, that was a side-winding kick, but again, Gutman got it just over the line, and you could tell he put about all his effort, but he actually cleared the crossbar by plenty. He had plenty of distance on that.
Yeah.
It's not an ice-cold night like it normally would be here in November. It's a pretty comfortable 60-degree, warmish
I'm
night.
Standing outside of the press box in shorts and short sleeves. So
who would have thought in November? We played golf today. It was just a great day. I mean, you don't get to do that in November in Indiana all that often, but that is an impact. So the kicking conditions are obviously good. Gutman is back on to kick this thing off. 10-0 Concordia, and now the onus is really on Norwell to at least go down and get some points before the halftime break. Kicked away to the 20. It skips by Rinkenberger. Back, and it goes out of bounds.
My, that's going to be spotted out right there.
And it will go out at the 3 if Rinkenberger touched it. Now, he's arguing that he didn't, and this is going to kill Norwell's field position. Boy, what a mistake by Norwell's special teams unit. It took kind of a funky hop on Rinkenberger, and this will push Norwell all the way back inside their own 5.
Well, I had mentioned that it was kind of weird that they were kicking that squib kick, but I take my words back there because that's exactly probably what they wanted to happen. That was an ideal squib kick for Concordia. And
we saw maybe Norwell's most impressive drive of the season, 90 yards in about the same situation at East Noble in a game that they ended up coming back to win. But we have a whistle pre-snap here, but I don't see a penalty marker down.
I don't know if the white hat had told the play clock to start running. I don't think he'd set the ball in play yet. So,
okay, so now the play clock is moving.
That's tough for Norwell. They got to switch their play unless they run the same formation. But.
Well, they make a sub as Babcock comes out, and Klein Neuenschwander into the game. 3 receivers set on first down. Back at their own 3. Riley under center. Sends Brady in motion. It's a design keeper. Riley is hit hard. That was a back-breaking hit near the 7-yard line. And Riley gets back to his feet quickly. A gain of 4, but was it worth it on that one?
Good to see Riley get up after that one, as he is kind of bending over. That was a tough hit. But, man, kind of made me nervous when Riley's running sideline to sideline in the end zone. But found a hole, cut it up for 4 yards. That's really not a bad first down play in that situation.
Really, no doubt about it, because it looked like Concordia was going to have that thing stopped close to the goal line.
Yeah.
Close to 3 minutes to go here in this first half. Riley escapes pressure again, tucks it, tries to get to the outside, and cannot beat the pressure. He gets dragged down near the 6, a loss of another yard, and Norwell just cannot get any consistency moving offensively.
Flushed out of the pocket quickly. No time for the receivers to get downfield as Concordia is doing what I had expected Norwell to do on defense. They're bringing blitzes up the middle. They're hitting home right now, and Norwell just, like you said, cannot get anything rolling on offense.
We really haven't seen Norwell. I think they only have a handful of first downs in this first half.
2 or 3, yeah.
3rd down and long. They need 7. Riley. It's another keeper. He is wrapped up down inside the 1. They're talking about it. I think he's spotted just outside the goal line. So Norwell avoids the safety. Now they stop the clock, and Concordia will use a timeout. So that's the reason for the stoppage, and Concordia is going to be in great shape. And frankly, we'll keep it here on this timeout. Bo, I don't know what Norwell was trying to do on that 3rd and long.
That's the second time we've seen them run that quarterback sweep on 3rd and long. I don't know. You can't be trying to go conservative on 3rd and long like that.
It looked to me like it wasn't a busted play, so
no.
It got blown up.
Yeah, I mean, the D lineman just beat his blocker, and
so
the line of scrimmage is Concordia is just owning that right now.
Norwell is very fortunate it's not 12-0 at this point. 2:14 remains here in our first half. Concordia, with a pair of timeouts, is going to get the ball back with presumably great field position. And the always dangerous Cam Johnson, who does have a punt return for a touchdown this year, he's averaging 20 a return on punts. So he's quick, he's dangerous, and he could really make this thing difficult. If Norwell, we talked about the big comebacks, and Norwell came back from down 17-21. But with these stakes and against this Concordia defense where they've done nothing offensively, that might be a much taller ask tonight if they give up another score going into the half.
It truly is. Concordia's defense is stout from what they've shown in this first half. Norwell's tried almost everything. They pass the ball, they roll Riley out and everything. This is going to be a tough punt here from the end zone.
Concordia's bringing the no, they don't. They bluff. Oh, it's a low line driving kick that bounces near the 37. And Johnson picks it up. He's going to have a good return. Has a couple of blocks out near the 30. Cuts it back up inside the 20. Down the sideline. Cut down at the 6-yard line. Cam Johnson, a return of 30 yards. And Concordia is going to have 1st and goal with just inside 2 minutes left in the first half.
Almost saw a hold. I think Concordia probably got away with a hold there back on the 25-yard line. But nevertheless, you almost think, this is debatable, but you almost think would an Eli Riley safety would have been better for this Norwell team. Put it at 12-0, punt the ball, flip the field a little more.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, you give up points, and I don't know. I don't know if you can
2 points better than a touchdown.
Well, we'll see if Norwell can get the stop here. We'll talk in about 30 seconds, and we'll find out whether Concordia gets it in. Now, if they score quick, Norwell might have a chance to score with the ball back, and they have 2 timeouts, so it'll be interesting to see how Coach Gerber uses those before the half. Grossman in motion, the handoff, and cut down in the backfield. So Amir Drew unable to get anything that time. In fact, lost a yard back to the 8, where it's 2nd and goal.
Expect Concordia to run this clock down as much as they can. Milk it, and even if they do get stopped and they get a field goal, they're up 13 going into the half, feeling pretty good. So
no usage of the timeouts here by Josh Gerber, so he's letting this thing run down. So basically, this is going to be the last possession of the first half, barring some huge defensive play by Norwell.
Watch for Concordia to maybe try something over the top to a receiver.
Drew is back there, as he has been all night, with the quarterback, Brandon Davis. Davis options it to him, and he cuts to the outside with a burst of speed. And he's out of bounds inside inbounds, they mark him. Down close to the 4-yard line. So 3rd and goal coming up as we tick under a minute. This would be huge if Norwell can hold him to 3.
It is. It keeps it a 2-possession game.
Well, it's worth noting that Concordia could definitely go for it. They're on the 4.
Yeah.
So we'll see what they draw up here. But Tim Manigal is a crafty coach. He's very experienced. And now we've got 3rd and goal, ball resting on the 4, ticking towards 30 seconds left. Norwell in desperate need of a stop here. Davis. A keeper. Davis up the middle. Touchdown! Brandon Davis into the end zone, his 4th rushing score of the season, and it's 16-0 Cadets.
That's tough. That's a backbreaker for Norwell. Their only hope right now is, like you said, they get the ball to start the second half, but man, they're going to have a lot of work to do. I mean, a lot of work to do. Is 17-0, big deficit. Potentially 17. Now
Gutman
17.
drives the PAT through. 23 seconds left and really no time to do anything before the half, so that will likely be the score. Let's hear from a sponsor real quick and come back on The Voice.
Bluffton Roofing Incorporated prides themselves on developing a long-term relationship with their customers, listening to their needs and suggesting the proper course of action, be it preventative maintenance, repair, or replacement. Bluffton Roofing and owner James Worth are GAF certified and are certified weather stopper roofing contractors. Bluffton Roofing is fully insured, protecting you and your home. Call 824-3564 or 307-6313. Bluffton Roofing Incorporated. Quality first home improvements.
17-0 Cadets here, and Bo, not sure that this is what Norwell, obviously it's not what they hoped for, but not sure that this is what they expected coming out of Concordia, but the Cadets have dominated in every facet of the game here in this first half.
They seriously have, and it started with them controlling the line of scrimmage. Norwell cannot get anything rolling on offense. They simply cannot get a push up front. No holes for Max Ringer with the little attempts that he's had, and it's just been wreaking havoc.
Another squib kick returned by Rinkenberger near the 16. Knocked down across the 35. Pretty good return. But they're down to 15 seconds, so I don't know what the play call is going to be here, but I think it's probably going to be pretty conservative, as Norwell will start on their own 37-yard line. So, again, Norwell has spat and sputtered all night offensively.
They really have, and there's been some controversial play calls on third down, but other than that, they just, like I said, they can't get a push up front. So if they can't get a push up front, they're not really going to get anything rolling. We've seen Riley try to roll out. He gets forced to cut it back, and no time for the receivers to run routes.
Riley, keeper, and that's going to take us to the half. And so it was a conservative play call. Norwell is not going to use their timeouts, and they will go to the half trailing 17-0 to the Concordia Cadets. So obviously not what Norwell was looking for, but they come on the road, and the Cadets have dominated here so far. We'll take a break, return, catch you up on some other halftime scores around the area, and recap our first half here on WellsCountyVoice.com.
In business since 1981, Barkley Builders has been building residential homes and commercial projects in Northeast Indiana, taking pride in building their clients the best project for their budget. With interaction between clients, vendors, and trade contractors, Barkley Builders meets the needs of homeowners to build their forever home. At Barkley Builders, it's all about you. It's your heart and your soul at the center of every design decision made. Josh and his team are poised to build the home you've always wanted. It isn't just a home, it's your forever home. Contact Barkley Builders at 260-622-7674. That's 622-7674. Or find them on Facebook at Barkley Builders, Inc. Let Barkley Builders get started on your Barkley Built forever home. As with any home improvement project, there are multiple decisions to be made that can sometimes seem daunting. Recently, Scott and I were ready for a kitchen makeover and contacted Dave Brenneman with Double D Home Improvement. By far, the easiest decision we made. We have worked with Dave with multiple projects over the years, but this was by far the biggest. Dave worked with us, not for us, and made the project better than I could have imagined. He gave me my dream kitchen. He helped with all of the decision-making process and offered suggestions we hadn't even thought of. If you are thinking about a home improvement project, call Dave Brenneman at Double D Home Improvement, 824-8593. That's 824-8593. Nick Huffman, a Bluffton High School graduate, is ready to help you buy, sell, or build your dream home. If you're ready to start a new chapter in your life, now's the time. With historic low interest rates, houses are moving at lightning speed. Whether you need single-family, multifamily, agricultural, commercial, property management, mixed use, or land development, give Nick a call or text at 827-8255 or send him a message on Facebook at Real Estate by Nick Huffman. Nick is located at the Steffen Group at 107 West Market Street in Bluffton. His number again is 827-8255. Do you or a loved one need extra help managing your finances or making sure monthly bills are getting paid correctly and on time? Are you concerned that you or a senior parent may inadvertently provide sensitive financial information to scammers and fraudsters? Then contact Senior Money Life today at 260-296-0437 to get the help you need to stay safe and enjoy life more. Senior Money Life, located in Bluffton, Indiana, is here to help make life easy, providing you with a wide range of services including banking assistance, bill pay, budgeting assistance, financial monitoring, and insurance advocacy. Contact Preston Carr, Daily Money Manager at 260-296-0437 to learn more, or visit their website, seniormoneylife.com. Senior Money Life is a division of Christian Care Retirement Community. Senior Money Life is not a financial institution or a trust company.
Is filled with fabulous golf courses that offer a variety of experiences and are as diverse and distinct as the regions they're in. And there is one right here in your backyard that you shouldn't miss. Green Valley Golf Club, located at 2635 East, 150 North in Bluffton. You deserve a little time on the greens, so book your tee time, brush off your spikes, and get ready to play. Green Valley Golf Club, located at 2635 East, 150 North in Bluffton, just east of the Stone Quarry.
Head on out to Green Valley to hit some balls on their driving range or putting green. Call 824-4510 to reserve your tee time. Green Valley, where your friends play.
Corrective Chiropractic, we offer individualized treatment plans for patients of all ages, from infants to elderly, and even during pregnancy. Have you ever experienced a workplace, sports, or auto accident, or just keep suffering from chronic pain? Corrective Chiropractic can help. Knee, neck, shoulder, or back pain, headaches, migraines, allergies, muscular tension? Corrective Chiropractic can help.
I'm Dr. Josh Bell from Corrective Chiropractic, serving Bluffton, Yoder, Decatur, Bern, Montpelier, and the surrounding area to help you feel and function better. Schedule your appointment today at 260-353-1400 and let Corrective Chiropractic help you along your journey to health and wellness. Corrective Chiropractic, 360 North Main Street, Suite A, Dutch Mill Plaza, Bluffton, Indiana.
And welcome back to Zollner Stadium. Norwell trailing Concordia 17-0 here at the break. The Cadets were thoroughly dominant in that first half. Let's get you updated on some of the other scores throughout the area. It looks like South Adams led Madison Grant 34-7 at the end of the first quarter. So wow. A huge lead there. Of course, South Adams #1 team in Class 1A. Also, so the winner of that game will take on Southwood or Adams Central, who are tied 7-7 at halftime. Another big surprise over on the south end of town tonight, Lures leading Eastside 28-14. Now, you know, you can make the argument, same thing's happening here. SAC teams are looking really good tonight. Yeah. The SAC, well, I would call a slight underdog here in Concordia, who's dominated Norwell. I mean, there's no other word
all
for
aspects,
it.
Yeah.
But you also have the same thing that's happened with Eastside down on the south side of town. Lures did not have a great regular season, and Eastside is unbeaten, and they're down 2 scores. Warsaw and Homestead are knotted at 14. Warsaw is a very good football team. Beat Carroll last week in what was a fun game to watch. And then also the friends out of the Northeast 8, East Noble leading Leo 10-0. And apparently, from what I've seen, Leo has been by far the better team there tonight. And East Noble is dominating. So East Noble, again, well, we know that Leo's playing without a number of players that are in quarantine due to COVID, and that's just the nature of the beast this season. That's kind of what basically every team has had to go through at some point throughout the season. But both focusing our attention back here to Zollner, Concordia leading Norwell 17-0, and, you know, there really weren't a lot of positives to take away for Norwell in that first half.
No, not at all. Obviously a frustrating half for Norwell. The good thing is there's 2 halves, 4 quarters to play. Anything can happen in the second half. Norwell really just needs to focus in on, you know, establishing blocks on the offensive side of the ball. If they establish and allow maybe the Max Ringer and Eli Riley to get to the second level, then this Norwell offense will have success. They have a lot of success when they're able to run the ball. So I think I expect Coach Josh Gerber to maybe come out with maybe a trick play or something to just kind of open it up and catch Concordia off guard, as they've been really able to just hone in on quarterback Eli Riley. They're limiting him and limiting Max Ringer, and man, I can only think of maybe one pass attempt that Eli Riley's been able to get off, and they've called 5 or 6 passing plays, so it's been tough for him.
Why might it be that Norwell has kind of gone away from Max Ringer on their last couple of drives in that second quarter?
You know, I'm not completely sure on that. They saw they weren't having success early, and they kind of try to hit Concordia outside. They saw that Concordia's teeth of their defense is inside, and maybe try to hit Concordia outside. But as the first half told, Norwell's offense is definitely not faster than Concordia's defense, and I don't think hitting them on the edge is the best spot to hit this Concordia defense. They're stout all around, but I think if they can establish a run game up the middle with Max Ringer and maybe try going back to him, I think they'll start having success on the edge and with the passing game.
Well, the problem for Norwell now is not only the fact that they're down 17 points, you're down that margin on the road at a team who has played ball possession all night and really controlled the time of possession in that first half. So, look, Norwell, simply put, is going to have to play an almost perfect second half to at least even get it back to a tie, let alone take the lead.
Yep, and know this Norwell team is feeling pressure. They obviously are. Like, as I mentioned earlier, this game has a lot more pressure than the East Noble or Columbia City game did when they came back from large deficits like this. But they did not go into the half on either of those games losing by this much.
They had momentum.
Exactly. East Noble game, they were only down 17-14. They had momentum. They got the ball to open the half. And then Columbia City, they made that a game before they actually had offensive success before the second half, and they knew going into the second half they could have that success. Whereas tonight they don't. They're unsure where they're going to find that success, but they need to stay true to their game plan. I feel like I don't think you need to modify a bunch, and I think they tried maybe modifying it too early. So stay true to that. And defensive side of the ball, I think they're kind of getting set up in bad positions. They had that punt return where that last touchdown was a short field for the Concordia offense. Really the first drive of the half, and then you had the drive where Concordia stagnated out and had to settle for a field goal. But other than that, the Norwell defense isn't playing all that terrible, given that they're on the field 75% of the time.
Yeah, and also another score that's been pretty shocking. We've actually had some really surprising scores come out from our sectional championships. We always do. That's the beauty of the beast in the sectional and the tournament in Indiana. Of course, everybody makes the tournament here in Indiana, and Northside is leading Dwenger late in the first half 6-3. How about that score? The winner of that game will take on Zionsville. Zionsville slated to play McCutcheon tonight, but McCutcheon had to withdraw due to too many players being in quarantine, and that is really disappointing and a travesty that McCutcheon was unable to finish their season and compete for a sectional championship tonight. And so the 5-5 Zionsville Eagles will take on the winner of Dwenger and Northside, which right now is probably going to be a much closer game than we thought it might be. Let's take another break, and we'll come back on the other side of this Ossian State Bank halftime show. Concordia leading Norwell 17-0 on The Voice.
Soaring high above, exploring our planet. Professional timepiece designed to take flight. Citizen ProMaster. Go beyond.
Daniel's Jewelers on North Main Street in Bluffton, where personal service and trust become part of the memory.
Did you sprain your ankle playing with your kids last night? Have you had a nagging pain while training for an upcoming race? Or do you have an upcoming surgery? Indiana Physical Therapy understands how important and valuable your time is to you. At Indiana Physical Therapy, we can schedule you within 24 hours at any of our 19 convenient clinics. IPT has been a trusted part of your community for over 32 years. With trusted results, you can count on Indiana Physical Therapy to get you better, faster. You don't need a referral from your doctor, and all insurances are accepted, including Anthem. IPT is your choice for physical therapy. So what are you waiting for? Call Indiana Physical Therapy right now at 260-209-2464 to schedule an appointment, or go online to indianapt.com. Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
We're here at Craigville Appliance. We just wanted to say to all the fall athletes, good luck on this season. Be safe, be strong, compete to the highest level. Always practice good sportsmanship. If moms and dads, I know it's time, washer and dryer season, we'll take care of you here at Craigville Appliance. We can deliver it, install it, no big deal here at Craigville Appliance. Good luck, have a great season, compete to the highest level.
If you're tired of being stuck at home, juggling work and school schedules, all while trying to take care of yourself, listen to this. The YMCA understands that 2020 has been difficult, but they're open, they're cleaning, and they're ready for you. They want to help improve your physical and mental health. They're offering a $75 savings if you join the Y in October. Mention this commercial and save. Surround yourself with a community built of family, friends, and staff who can help you enhance your spirit and mind as well as your body. You'll have unlimited access to all YMCAs in Allen, Whitley, and Wells counties, free health and wellness screenings, and hundreds of free group exercise classes. Plus, Y members receive priority registration and reduced rates on programs like after-school care, dance, and karate. The Y is so much more than a gym. They're your community. So join in October and save $75. Financial assistance is available to those who qualify. To find the Y nearest you and branch hours, visit fwymca.org.
Farms, an online meat market, has a heart for people and a focus to provide a variety of locally raised, 100% grass-fed or grain-fed beef, pork, and poultry. Their shopping experience is easy. Simply visit HoosierCreekFarmsLLC.com, fill up your cart with high-quality, locally raised meats, and choose to have it delivered in an insulated box right to your front door. Or you can pick it up in Bluffton or Huntington. You can find recipes and cooking tips by following them on Facebook and Instagram. Begin cooking with confidence. Hoosier Creek Farms, high quality, locally raised meats. HoosierCreekFarmsLLC.com.
Cleaning One Incorporated, your cleaning specialists. They offer a great variety of cleaning services, commercial cleaning, cleaning windows, strip and wax floors, clean carpets, complete sanitizing of facilities, floor repair or replacement. They will also schedule a PM maintenance program.
At Cleaning One, your security is their top priority. They do a complete background check on each of their employees so you can feel good about letting them into your homes. For more information, give Rob a call at 260-409-2564 or give Bob a call, 260-403-7676. Or you can simply send them an email at officeonecleaning@yahoo.com.
Cleaning One Incorporated, your cleaning specialists.
Kathy Peterson of the Steffen Group is part of a select group of real estate and auction professionals that are changing the game of how real estate and auction transactions are handled. With a strong background in customer service, Kathy believes helping people is the most precious gift she can give and is committed to being a partner with her clients through the entire transaction. Contact Kathy Peterson at the Steffen Group at 824-6353 or drop her a message at Kathy, Cathie.Peterson at SteffenGRP.com.
As with any home improvement project, there are multiple decisions to be made that can sometimes seem daunting. Recently, Scott and I were ready for a kitchen makeover and contacted Dave Brenneman with Double D Home Improvement. By far, the easiest decision we made. We have worked with Dave with multiple projects over the years, but this was by far the biggest. Dave worked with us, not for us, and made the project better than I could have imagined. He gave me my dream kitchen. He helped with all of the decision-making process and offered suggestions we hadn't even thought of. If you are thinking about a home improvement project, call Dave Brenneman at Double D Home Improvement, 824-8593. That's 824-8593.
I'm Dr. Josh Bell from Corrective Chiropractic in Bluffton. My goal with chiropractic treatment is to make you feel and function better by providing neurostructural corrections to help put your spine back into alignment, to strengthen your nerve system, and to relieve nerve pain. We strive to help you heal and stay healthy for years to come. Our full-service chiropractic team in Bluffton provides corrective exercises, lifestyle advice, along with spinal and postural screenings.
Hi, I'm Dr. Nick Altair, and I'm proud to join the team here at Corrective Chiropractic. Our goal is to figure out what is causing your pain and restore movement to the optimal level. From infants to older adults, chiropractic is a safe way to manage growing pains and other body trauma. Did you know that chiropractic care can strengthen your overall immune system? Give us a call at 260-353-1400. Chiropractic care can help you on your journey to the best version of you.
Corrective Chiropractic, 360 North Main Street, Suite A, Dutch Mill Plaza, Bluffton, Indiana.
You don't have to sit at your desktop to listen to games on the Voice Sports Network. Take the game wherever you go. There are multiple ways to tune in, on your laptop, your tablet, or even on your smartphone. Tune into games on the Voice Sports Network at work, in your car, or even at the game. Be sure to tell your friends and family, and thanks for choosing the Voice Sports Network.
And welcome back to Zollner Stadium. Concordia on top of number 7 Norwell, 17-0 here at the break, but they will kick it away, and the Knights will start the third quarter with the football. We once again want to make sure we thank Barclay Builders, who is the angel sponsor of tonight's broadcast. As we mentioned at the top, it is very expensive to perform these broadcasts in the tournament, so that is huge. Also, a big update from Indianapolis, as the winner of this game will take on Chittard or Rebuff. Chittard leading that game. They're heavy favorites. They are leading Rebuff 14-3. And so, again, the winner of that game will face the winner of that one. So that's a game to keep an eye on throughout this second half. Concordia in firm control at the moment. Once again, really didn't have a lot of trouble stopping Norwell defensively, and Norwell, other than that pick, had issues stopping Concordia. So it wasn't just a one-sided effort, or there was just one thing that Norwell has to improve to get things rolling here in this second half. It's really all across the board. And so it looks like Jace Parnan on to kick this one away for Concordia, and the second half is underway. Another pooch style, but this one received in the air near the 17-yard line. That is Rinkenberger spinning down across the 34, where he'll be stopped. And we talk about it all the time, and we've talked about it several times throughout this broadcast. It's not been a factor of field position for Norwell tonight, because they, other than the one drive, they've started in great position every time.
Yeah, they've started past the 30 every time they've had the ball. Other than that one time they were pinned inside the 5. They just, like you said, it's great. It hasn't been field position that's been stagnant for this offense. It's just they have not had any success.
All right, so Norwell's got a lot of work to do, and this is a critical first drive, and they lose the football. That is not how you wanted to come out of the locker room, as Max Ringer falls on it in the backfield for a loss of 5.
Bad snap. Like you said, that's not how you want to start. I mean, when you're not having success and nothing's going your way, and then an errant snap there, I don't know if you mishandled it or what, but that one was on the center for sure.
Riley with Ringer back there on 2nd and 15. Riley, another high snap, but corrals it, stands in the pocket, now gets flushed. Riley still looking to throw and finally decides to tuck it. Shoved out of bounds back near the 27. And so Riley's going to use some more, lose some more yardage. And it's going to be 3rd down and a mile for Norwell. This is not going the right direction here, and this is a critical first drive.
Yeah, I thought maybe his best option was just throw that away. As it's hard to outrun these Concordia defenders. They're not like anybody that Norwell's really played this year. They're a lot more athletic and a lot more quicker on the edges. Riley's found that out the hard way.
Predictable passing down on 3rd down and a mile. But Riley runs it. And now he looks to throw. And he floats it, and it is incomplete. Almost intercepted. That was just a complete heave from Riley, hoping that his best receiver, Luke Graft, was down there.
Well, here's the thing, is he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it. Maybe, now they're discussing.
Yeah, Brian Coriel is down there conversing with the Concordia coaching staff, and Norwell goes 3 and out again. And you are in serious danger time if you give up another score here on this possession.
Oh, for sure. I mean, already down 3 possessions. That's with the way this Norwell offense has been not rolling tonight. Down 3 possessions or even more than that, it's going to be almost impossible to come back from.
There it is. So, Bo, you called it. That is an illegal forward pass. So they did say he was, in fact, in front of the line of scrimmage. Now, it's a loss of down, so it really doesn't matter. And so we'll, I'm sure they'll, okay, so they decide to decline it. Whatever.
Either way, it was going to be 4th down, right?
Right. So Riley is back to punt again. Remember, we said Norwell had only punted twice in the last 3 weeks combined coming into tonight's game, and they have not been able to get into the end zone so far. Riley, low tumbling kick that moves down inside the 40, so it takes a nice Norwell bounce, but comes to rest near the 38-yard line. So, again, great field position coming up for Concordia.
Yeah, it is. I mean, they've really had great field position, kind of like Norwell has all game besides 1 or 2 of their drives, and that's aided them. They've taken advantage of it, and Norwell has not, and that's the difference on the scoreboard for sure.
A 61-second first possession for Norwell, and they lost 7 yards, and that included an illegal forward pass. So Concordia in the driver's seat here, and expect until Norwell can prove that it can really stop him, a heavy dose of Amir Drew to start this third quarter.
Yeah, I was going to mention that as well. A lot of runs up the middle, some zones. There's some trap plays for Concordia, I'd expect.
To hand off. There's a hold.
Yep.
So this is coming back.
Brody Bowen got thrown down.
Oh, yeah. That is the huge right tackle, Bubba Craig, 6'8", 340, and just a sophomore. How about that?
Wow.
But the hold will bring this one back, so it'll be first down and long. Not a lot of penalties in this game. We've seen a handful of them. Not a lot of critical penalties, really.
No. Maybe pass interference call down here when Concordia was driving, and it kind of aided them. But other than that, I mean,
John Colbert got caught with Scotty Van Landingham. So this backs Concordia up to the 28-yard line. So it was at the line of scrimmage. So 1st and 20 coming up for the Cadets.
Norwell's got to take advantage of Concordia being backed up. This is going to force Concordia to maybe open up the playbook and pass a little more. Not on 1st down, but definitely 2nd and 3rd down if they don't have success here.
Pistol set. Handoff. Drew, big hole, runs behind that big guard. And he gets all the way out to the 35, a gain of 7 on 1st down. Gains most of that penalty yardage back.
You saw Max Ringer blitz there, and that's the tough thing about blitzing a linebacker, especially on maybe when you expect Concordia to run. You take him away from being able to pursue. One thing to note, I don't see. Oh, there he is. I didn't see Joel Rinkenberger on the field, but he was blended in there. Haven't heard a lot of his name tonight. I don't know if they're double teaming him or what, but Concordia's doing a good job here so far.
2nd and 13, ball resting on the 35. Drew again. A lot of traffic and drugged down by Zach Christensen from behind. Christensen had an interception last week, and good to see the big fella get a pick there. Well, Norwell's holding their own here. It's 3rd down and 11. Obviously not very much time has been eaten up because both teams are in danger of trading back-to-back 3-and-outs to start this third quarter. So if they can get the punt, you're basically at net 0 and you're back where you started, although you lost just a couple minutes.
Yeah, I talked about how in the halftime show that Norwell's defense hasn't played the worst. I mean, they've been on the field most of the time, so with the cards they've been dealt, they've really handled it well. So let's see if they continue on that here. Long 3rd down for Concordia.
3rd and 11. Davis looking to pass. Got all kinds of protection. Throws a deep ball, and it's caught inside the 30. Cam Johnson, a touchdown. Luke Graft bit on it, tried to go for the pick and make a play. 63 yards for Cam Johnson, and Concordia has Norwell on the ropes in the sectional title game.
Well, I just mentioned how their defense hadn't been playing that bad. They just give up a huge play to Concordia. Man.
Well, Joe Gutman is on to try the PAT again, and that's the 2nd backbreaker in a row. Concordia has dealt Norwell, and then they jump encroachment on the PAT. So this Norwell team is just all out of sorts, unlike we've seen them all year. The one game, obviously, Norwell has lost, the 10-1 record. They lost to Leo, and they were pretty much dominated in that game too. Lost 17-0, but it was nowhere on the level of what's going on here tonight.
Not at all. I mean, they were in that Leo game most of the night.
Exactly.
I mean, they couldn't get anything rolling on offense like they can't tonight, but their defense played a lot better against Leo than they have tonight. And
Gutman punches it through. 24-0 Cadets. Take a break and return. WellsCountyVoice.com.
Ossian State Bank takes great pride in supporting our local football programs. We are the only community bank headquartered in Wells County. We've had the same name and downtown location for over 108 years. Ossian State Bank has given in excess of $1 million of contributions back to the community. We are locally owned and operated by many of your friends and neighbors. Stop in soon to see what makes Ossian State Bank special. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Back here at Zollner, Concordia has a commanding 24-0 lead on Norwell in the sectional championship game. Bo, not at all what we expected to see, but you kind of get the feel of, again, we talk about it all the time. Lots of times we say, we think it makes a bigger difference in basketball. But when you play a tough schedule like Concordia does in the SAC and you play teams that are pretty much bigger in size and better than in a lot of ways every single week, it gets you ready for games like this.
It really does. I mean, every single week we could say they're going through a gauntlet, but man, it turns out helping them in the postseason if they don't have a lot of injuries and they didn't. I mean, it helped them. They had a little of a bye week there, but on their first round of sectionals. But man,
Parnan a punch of a kick. Rinkenberger tossed down from behind. But again,
great field position.
37-yard line. So Norwell's had that position all night. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the third quarter. And again,
they haven't been into Concordia territory all night, if that says anything. I don't think they've crossed the 51 time.
Trying to think back. If it was on that first drive, and that's it. And then it ended up, they ended up losing yards. I think they were just across the 50. I think they, in fact, ran one play in Concordia territory tonight. And they haven't even snipped it since. Ringer on first down. Nothing. Ends up getting 2, but Concordia's linebackers were all over it.
They really were. I mean, I think they kind of had up front, got their blocks, but they weren't able to get to the second level, and that just speaks strides. Concordia's only got 3 down linemen, and they're stopping Norwell with ease. I mean, they're just quicker. That's what it's been tonight. They're quicker than Norwell, and it showed.
Well, Norwell's going to have to play with more pace than this. I mean,
you're down 4 scores for sure.
Well, you're talking about 3 touchdowns and 3 2-point conversions, so still technically a 3-score game. That's not an easy thing to do, but you've got to play with more pace. Riley rolling to his right, tosses. It's caught by Isaiah Breggy.
First completion.
That's right, out near the 45-yard line. Breggy, his 23rd catch of the year, matching Luke Graft, and he goes over 300 yards with that grab. Sets up 3rd down and a deuce on the 45.
This is where Norwell wants to be in 3rd down. 3rd and 2 is a heck of a lot more manageable, obviously, than 3rd and 10, and especially against this Concordia defense. They're more likely to give up 2 yards than 10 yards, especially with how stout they've been tonight.
This is a big 3rd down, and you almost think probably 4-down territory for Norwell at this point.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Riley, a hard count, hands it off to Ringer. He has the 1st down easily, and then hit hard near the 48-yard line, but a pickup of 3, and Norwell moves the chains, I believe, just for the 2nd time tonight.
Yeah, like you said, 2nd or 3rd time, they've really moved the chains, and some success up the middle with Ringer. And as I talked in the halftime show, that plays big into the success of the whole offense. But like you said, they're not going to be able to just march down the field. They got to play with more pace than this.
Yeah, that took a long time to get that play in to begin with. Now Neuenschwander's there.
Clock is ticking.
You cannot do this. I mean, it looks okay, and maybe Norwell puts together a drive here, but at what cost? I mean, even if Concordia gives up a touchdown, if it takes 6-7 minutes, you're still not anywhere close to being in the ball game.
Especially with how much success Concordia's had on the.
Pretty strong run by the Ox Ringer, who picks up 5 down to the 47 and into Concordia territory. So a gain of 5, but again, that clock keeps moving, and Norwell's not in that big of a hurry here.
A little more urgency this time around than the last time here.
Yeah, look.
You almost have to treat every drive as a 2-minute drill.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody expects, look, you're just not going to, it's hard to run a 2-minute drill in high school. It is. Breggy out of the backfield on the pass from Riley, but he gets nothing. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. And so we'll bring up 3rd down and about 4.
Still not a bad third down spot to be in. 3rd and 4 is
right, and 2 chances.
Manageable, for sure. Oh, yeah, especially, in Concordia's side of the field here.
Xavier Sheehan making the stop for the Cadets on that second down play. Riley will line up under center, 3rd down.
I was going to say maybe they'd run a quarterback draw, but with being under center, I don't think he's going to do that.
He looks to throw. Riley stands in the pocket, throws a deep ball, looking for Neuenschwander. Intercepted near the 10-yard line, and a big hole, and a decent return coming all the way out. Missed tackle, still on his feet, drugged down near the 44. Cam Johnson has been the playmaker for Concordia all night. A pick off Eli Riley. That's just Riley's 4th interception of the season. Returns it all the way out to the 44-yard line. And with that, and Concordia driving, this ball game is pretty close to being over.
It truly is. Norwell not being able to get a stop. Offense not really getting anything rolling. Picked up a couple first downs there. I thought maybe an errant throw as, I think he was targeting Klein Neuenschwander on that, but he was double covered. So
that pass
was
which,
not.
Well, while you understand why, you're in desperation mode
yeah.
at this point. That pass had about
No
0% chance of being completed. Predictable run coming. It is an option this time to Amir Drew. Plants his foot. Rinkenberger stands him up after a half-yard gain, and the helmet comes off, so it'll stop the play for a moment. Or stop the clock, I should say, although the clock continues to move. So we're just under 6 minutes here in the third quarter. Concordia is all over Norwell, 24-0. It's been a long time since Norwell's been dominated like this in any game, let alone in the tournament. And this has been pretty thorough all night long.
It really has. In every aspect. As I mentioned, I didn't think their defense had played that bad, but the big play they've given up has kind of just put them in that category. The offense obviously hasn't really gotten anything rolling. Don't look for Norwell to just give up. As we're talking, we might say the game's over, but
this is for lots of seniors, this is the last game that they're going to play. So you got to leave it out there now. 2nd down and 9, throw to the sideline, incomplete. So that'll stop the clock. 3rd and long. Again, Norwell's got a good position here of Concordia. I cannot imagine that Concordia throws it too many more times here in the second half.
That passing play kind of threw me off guard there a little bit. Maybe they saw something we didn't, but didn't complete it, and it stops the clock for Norwell.
That's the last thing you want to do when you're up 24.
Yeah, for sure.
So we see Davis have the play call. Breaks the huddle with 13 on the play clock. 5:17 left in the third quarter. Pistol set, 2 to the left, 1 to the right on 3rd and 9. Davis, a pump fake, now dumps it off. It is caught, and Amir Drew is spun down near the 47. Riley came tumbling in late and put an extra hit on Drew. Concordia is going to have to punt, I think, just for the second time tonight.
I think you're correct. Second time tonight for Concordia. First time I remember they got a pretty good punt. So,
yeah, and that's coming from Jace Parnan, who averaged just 29 on the season. Has had a punt blocked, it's worth noting. Norwell has, I think, Leighton Bailey back. Actually, it's Eli Riley back this time. Pretty good snap. Parnan gets a high kick away. Going to be tough to return this one, but Riley will give it a go. Inside the 20, makes a man miss, now cuts upfield. Now has a lane to the outside, cuts back in at the 40, and across to the 43. Good return by Eli Riley. And again, Norwell has excellent field position, but the question remains, can they do anything with it?
That's the thing. They're 6 or 7 yards ahead of where they normally start. Their average field position, starting field position's got to be around the 30-yard line. So had a little bit of success on the last drive before that Eli Riley interception. So, but like you said, that success is coming on the ground, and they're going to have to maybe have a couple big plays here. Maybe not force them, but
you always ask this question when you play an SAC team. as Ringer gets a yard on first down.
Number 23,
So your athletes match up. And we thought that this is one of the best athletic classes that's come through Norwell in a long time, especially on the football field. Obviously, they had the best record since 2006. They finished with a winning record for the first time in 11 years. But they've been exposed a little bit tonight on that front, and I think, maybe we just haven't seen. It's just one of those years. Sometimes you go through the NE8 and you don't see that, but the athletic difference tonight has been massive.
I think it has, but, I don't think it's been so much an athletic difference as it has been a difference up front. As Isaiah Briggy barely picks up a yard on that play. But, you talk about the athletic difference, and, yeah, they're faster, but, up front, if Norwell is able to control up front, that athletic difference is minimized. And it hasn't been the case. So I think, like you said, it's been exposed as to where the athletic difference is from Concordia to Norwell because the fact that, they haven't been able to have much success up front.
Down near 3 minutes left in this third quarter. Norwell down 24. Riley looking to throw, has pressure coming from the backside, can't see it, and the ball comes out, and it is ruled incomplete. So he just barely got that off. And it'll bring up fourth down, and he's going to punt? Well, I don't get it. I don't get it. It's 4th and 7. You're down 24 with less than 15 minutes to go in a sectional game. And
there's got to be a fake punt coming.
It has to be. Because
maybe they think they have a better chance of getting it.
Well,
if they fake
Concordia's putting nobody back, so they're ready for the fake. We'll see. Riley's going to punt it. I do not get it. And it's not a great kick as it bounces down near the 22-yard line, and that's where Concordia will take over.
33-yard punt by Eli.
We'll leave it at that on that particular drive because that is interesting. 2:44 left in this third quarter, and Norwell decides to punt it away close to plus territory, down 24 in a sectional game. So Concordia will start again with decent field position. Norwell's actually gotten a couple stops.
Yeah, they have.
Now, they gave up the back-breaking big play in the first drive of the third quarter to Concordia.
And, not going for that fourth down makes you think they don't really trust their defense to come up with the stop if they don't get that fourth down. So, I don't know. That's just controversial play calling there. But
Drew has a pretty good-sized hole, picks up 4 on first down. Drew's had a great night offensively for Concordia.
He really has. And that's, he's had huge holes to run through as well. So, but even then, he's picked up a lot of yards after contact, and he's one of those guys that we harp on that always finishes falling forward. He definitely is one of those guys that does that, and I don't think he's went backwards one time tonight.
Yeah, we talk about the tackles for loss. Norwell has 46 of them on the season coming in, and I think that number is still at 0 tonight. 2nd down and 6. Davis slings one near side. Oh, my goodness. Look at the speed. First down. Luke Speckard has the grab and the first down, and Norwell had no chance of stopping that play. That's what I'm talking about. From a speed standpoint, he turned on the jets and went blazing for a first down.
That's what I expected a lot out of Concordia earlier on in the game. If they didn't have success running the ball on Norwell, that they would try to hit the edge and outspeed Norwell. But when you have success on all aspects on offense, you're able to really do what you want.
So this has unquestionably and unpredictably become a blowout. Yeah. And they get Norwell to jump.
Yeah,
so they go for the hard count. They're
just dominating Norwell.
Everything tonight. And it comes in a sectional title game. And, Bo, I did not foresee a scenario where we didn't have a close game tonight. I really thought this would be close either way, and, there would be a couple plays that would decide this one.
Yeah, and, as we were talking before the game, we said it'd either be a low-scoring, close game or maybe a high-scoring close game. Yeah, we didn't expect it to be one-sided like this.
And it has been that is the definition of the term one-sided. Norwell has done almost nothing all night. either way. I mean, they do have the one pick. They've had a couple of stops. They've forced 2 punts.
Yeah, I think the one pick has been really the bright spot of the game.
And they went 3 and out.
Yeah, so.
Davis on 1st and 5 takes a shot, and it's incomplete, although Tyler Grossman was there as John Colbert running stride for stride with him.
Overall, good coverage by Colbert. Like you said, he was running stride for stride with him, but just overthrew him. I think he might have had a step on Colbert, and Norwell's lucky that pass wasn't completed.
That's just icing on the cake at this point.
Yeah.
2nd down and 5, and what it does do, again, which
stops the clock.
Yeah. Look, it's probably out of hand at this point anyway, but
Concordia maybe trying for a dagger and just.
Yeah. But your defense hasn't given up anything all night. Norwell brings a blitz, and they get him in the backfield for the first time. How about that? It comes from Max Ringer, the senior, drops Amir Drew for a loss of 2, and it forces a 3rd down and 7.
He was taken down by number 23.
And this can be the last play of the quarter if Concordia wants it to be. And I'm
if they're smart, they'll
certain
they'll
it will
that.
be. Yeah.
Unless they elect to pass. And we saw they're not afraid to elect to pass.
Yep. It's a passing down. It's 3rd down and 7. But, again, given the situation, I would almost exclusively be keeping it on the ground from here out.
Yeah.
If you're trying to lock down a sectional title for the 2nd consecutive season. Norwell beating Concordia beating Norwell 17-14 here in the semifinal before the turf. That definitely had an impact on that game. They do throw it, and it's caught, and it's a 1st down for Tyler Grossman. Not able to be brought down until the 47, and that'll be the final play of our 3rd quarter. So Concordia keeps the football and moves for a 1st down. Concordia continues their domination of Norwell tonight. And we'll come back with the 4th quarter on the other side of this break. Thanks for joining us on WellsCountyVoice.com, part of the Voice Sports Network.
In business since 1981, Barclay Builders has been building residential homes and commercial projects in Northeast Indiana, taking pride in building their clients the best project for their budget. With interaction between clients, vendors, and trade contractors, Barclay Builders meets the needs of homeowners to build their forever home. At Barclay Builders, it's all about you. It's your heart and your soul at the center of every design decision made. Josh and his team are poised to build the home you've always wanted. It isn't just a home, it's your forever home. Contact Barclay Builders at 260-622-7674. That's 622-7674. Or find them on Facebook at Barclay Builders, Inc. Let Barclay Builders get started on your Barclay Built Forever home.
That had a great segue to thanking Barclay Builders once again tonight for being our angel sponsor and making this sectional broadcast happen. Do have a couple score updates for you at the end of the 3rd quarter here at Concordia. Dwenger now leading Northside 17-6. Lures has had their gap closed by Eastside. It's 28-21, and Chittard still leading Brebeuf 14-3. Again, the winner of this game will take on Brebeuf, or the winner of Brebeuf Chittard, which at this point looks to be Chittard, next Friday night. So we'll see, but at this point, unless something drastic changes here in this 4th quarter, that's going to be Concordia and likely Chittard to meet up in the regional championship next Friday night. And we'll be talking about this through the 4th quarter. This is by all measures a successful season for Norwell. They're going to finish 10-2.
Yep.
And you know, Coach Gerber got his 20th win. It took a long time to get to this point. And yes, Norwell's going to falter likely in this sectional title game tonight. But the building blocks are there for a strong program as Joel Rinkenberger makes a grab in the backfield of Drew, pushing him back to the 49. The building blocks of the program are there. We talked about the turnaround. This is quite possibly the most impressive turnaround in the north half of the state this year. And Norwell was responsible for taking down a number of records and things they haven't done in over a decade.
Yeah.
And, yeah, like I said, they're going to fall short, but there's a lot of good things going forward. They graduate a great senior class, but you still have a number of stars coming back on both sides of the football next year.
Exactly, and as you mentioned, that senior class, I mean, you got your quarterback in Eli Riley, and then you got Joel Rinkenberger, Isaiah Breggy, and, man, those are just the 3 that come to my head, but there's many more, and they've all had great varsity careers and great season this season. As we talk about riding the ship, and that's what they did this year for sure. They're definitely on the right track and to be a successful program. It's really impressive to see the turnaround, like you said, they've had this year. It's been fun to call the games, and they've had some masterful comebacks, and second in the conference, and it's just it's been impressive.
It has been, but there's always going to be parts of this team that wanted more. Obviously, oh boy, they might get him. Hafley wrangles him down way back at the 35-yard line. Norwell gets a big sack, as that's their 15th sack of the season. Hafley's first, and a huge loss forces a Concordia punt.
Boy, Hafley almost had him back in the end zone in the first quarter.
Yeah, that's right.
The safety just missed him, but that time he made sure that he picked up that sack. Nice job by Hafley. It's good to see for Blake, as made a huge play. And it would be nice to see as Norwell get some offensive success in this fourth quarter, so they don't have such a bitter taste in their mouth after this game.
This is a high, short, end-over-end kick. It might. It does take a horrible bounce. A flag comes in, though, and I think it's going to be against Joel Rinkenberger.
There is a flag on the play.
Well, that is the way it's gone for Norwell tonight. That's going to be a 15-yard or a 17-yard punt, rather, from Jace Parnan. But I think a hold or something of that sort coming on Joel Rinkenberger. Yep. Bam.
That penalty flag is against Norwell for holding.
So, nevertheless, still going to be good field possession.
But that has proved to be not a factor in tonight's game.
Yeah, that's true.
As we've mentioned that basically every time Norwell's had good field position, which is all but one drive tonight, and they've done nothing with it offensively. But again, as I was trying to finish my point there, Norwell's going to miss out on two of their biggest goals, conference championship, sectional championship, and they're not going to be able to reach either one.
Yeah, both just 2 games away as well. As at the start of the season, they may not have thought they'd be just, 17 points down at Leo and your conference champions. And
they ended up being the conference championship game.
Yeah, they really did. And, man, so close. I mean, they're close. And who would have thought they'd be that close?
Riley facing pressure, dumps it off to Breggy. Breggy, a burst of speed, loses the football. Ball comes out. Ball's being fought for. Did Norwell get back on it? They did.
Wow.
Well, that's a break for the Knights.
That's good effort from the Norwell Knights.
You know what? I think it was Dalton Goulet who got on top of that.
Good effort from the big fella, because that definitely looked like there was more Concordia players than Norwell players in that area. And
so it brings up a 2nd down and 2, as Breggy got 8 on the play, but almost disaster again for Norwell. They had the big interception earlier in the second half. Unable to get into the end zone tonight. Oh, man, Graff makes a shifty move and has a big gain out to the 42-yard line of Concordia.
Graff just made a great move. He cut inside. Otherwise, that might have been a huge hit.
Oh, yeah.
We might have just seen one of the biggest hits of the night there, but Graff avoids it and picks up a first down for Norwell.
It's kind of painful to say, but this has been one of Norwell's better drives of the night, and they've gotten about 20 yards. Riley under center. That's a false start. Oh, I can't believe it wasn't called. Are you kidding? That was so clear and obvious from up here.
Well,
as Ringer
Norwell
gets
catches
5.
a break. Maybe the first one they've caught all night.
That one was a pretty blatant miss.
About a 6-yard gain.
So,
nevertheless, 6 yards.
Yeah, unless Norwell is able to get on the board. What a weird season. Norwell would be shut out in both of their losses, and in every other game would have scored more than 21, and in every other game other than that 21, they reached 30. They reached 40 a lot of times this year. Breggy stacked up at the 34-yard line, pickup of 2.
They got confidence in this Norwell offense. Finish strong. They're going to get on the board.
Yeah, you're right, Bo. I mean, you talk about morale, and there's no moral victories, and this is going to be a disappointing night for Norwell.
Now 3rd down and 2.
But you know, you don't quite have that bitter taste if you can get another touchdown here before the end of the season.
Yeah. I mean, the only disappointing thing is the season's over no matter if you lose 24-21 or 24-0, the season's over.
3rd and 2, they don't get it.
Well, if they don't go for it here, I don't.
Well, they're definitely going for it here. Their ball is on the 35-yard line as
taken down by number 5.
It's going to bring up 4th down and about 3 as we take towards 8 minutes to go. Norwell still trailing 24-0. They were down 17-0 at the halftime break. And then a big 62-yard pass play to Cam Johnson over the top on 3rd and long on Concordia's first drive of the 3rd quarter was really the back-breaking put-away moment.
Yeah. I mean, that's really been it for Concordia's offense
in this half, yes. And, yes, there's been some other turning points. I think Norwell had to burn a timeout. They did. So we will take a break as well and be back after these words on The Voice.
Nick Huffman, a Bluffton High School graduate, is ready to help you buy, sell, or build your dream home. If you're ready to start a new chapter in your life, now's the time. With historic low interest rates, houses are moving at lightning speed. Whether you need single-family, multifamily, agricultural, commercial, property management, mixed use, or land development, give Nick a call or text at 827-8255 or send him a message on Facebook at Real Estate by Nick Huffman. Nick is located at the Steffen Group at 107 West Market Street in Bluffton. His number again is 827-8255.
24-0. Concordia leads. We're still having fun here at Zollner Stadium. We've had a great season.
Oh, it's been amazing.
And this has been a great facility to come to. And Norwell will be moving out of this sectional for a couple years at least, so they won't have a return trip here, at least for 2 years. But this has been a really fun night. Lures still leading over east side on the south end of town. Chittard up 21-3. 4th down and 3 for Norwell on the 35. It's a draw, and Riley does not get it. So Norwell will turn it over on downs.
He was taken down by Logan Norwell. Settle, but it was not enough for the first down.
I don't know. I kind of expect him to drop back, maybe pass it. Give him the option of running it or passing it. But
well, at this point, it's Concordia with the football. 7.5 to go, and now really a few run plays will get this thing done. You know, we actually, unbelievably, we're not that far away from having a running clock in this game. I mean, Concordia has been – I wish my vocabulary was a little larger so I could say something other than dominance. But that's what it's been from the Cadets tonight. I mean, this has been start to finish.
Yep.
Every play tonight, Concordia has been better.
Yep. Yeah, that's the fact of the matter, and there's no arguing it. I mean, look at the scoreboard, and it'll tell you.
Davis hands it off to Drew. No running room that time.
Time of possession.
Oh, it is a wide margin. And again, they had the ball for over 30 minutes in the Oak Hill game last week down in Converse. And it's been a similar number tonight.
Yeah, for sure. And that's tough on the Norwell defense.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it just runs you down.
Really, against any team. If
and
Concordia, I could see Concordia having a lot of success in this postseason if they're able to control the clock like they have tonight.
And Bo, you know, there just hasn't been any games at all this season that Norwell's defense has been on the field for this long. There just hasn't.
That's true.
I mean, even you think back to the East Noble game and the Columbia City game when they were down, those are quick striking offenses.
Yeah.
East Noble had all their success in the first half, and actually in the first quarter. They didn't score past the first quarter.
Yeah.
Drew on the option gets another yard, maybe 2. But those were so different in games, and that's what we talked about. Yeah, it was 17-0 at the half, and you said, well, Norwell's got a couple big comebacks already this year. But no, they weren't down that many at halftime, and different set of circumstances. Again, injury-prone East Noble team that did not have Rowan Zolman, who's the playmaker of that team on both sides of the football. Best receiver and a great safety. And then Columbia City's defense was pretty porous. And, yeah, they could sling it, and Greg Bolt is a D1 level quarterback.
Yeah.
But they could not get any stops offensively. Concordia quick to the line, 6 minutes to go, 3rd down and 8. Davis the snap. Davis, the flip of the football, and a errant throw that time. He was looking for Jace Parnan. And so Concordia will punt it back to Norwell with 6:02 to go.
4th and 9.
You could say the Norwell defense has gotten a lot of stops this second half, but Concordia is not being as aggressive in play calling, obviously, in the second half, up 24-0. They're content with that lead.
Parnin a big punt this time, driving Riley back inside the 30. But he makes a man miss on the return, still trying to find space, and gives himself up near the 40.
38-yard punt by Jace Parnin is returned for 12 yards by number 11, Eli Riley.
Oh, we'll see what Norwell offense can do. Potentially last time that they have the ball for the season. So
that's right.
Finish strong here.
Norwell takes possession of the ball on their own 40-yard line.
.40-yard line.
Riley under center with Ringer in the backfield. He looks to throw on first down. Big drop. Dumps it off again to Breggy. Breggy has a little bit of space and then gets lassoed down at the 42-yard line.
Yeah, the somersault there.
Yeah, and see, that's the thing, is where Norwell had been getting those plays and busting them off for 6, 7, 8 yards pretty much all season. They're getting none or one tonight. And Concordia's defense has been by far the best. And we thought Leo's was going to be tough to top, and it has been a marked difference from that Leo game.
Yeah, and it looks like Concordia goes with more speed than size on their defense, and it pays off.
Quick.
It's truly paying off for them tonight.
Riley. Pursued from behind. I think that was Cooper Harris, the linebacker, who made the tackle.
Eli Riley is taken down by
ball comes back to the 47-yard line. Clock stops for a moment because a defensive helmet came off. Miles Babcock runs the play in for Norwell. 3rd down and 3. Norwell still unable to get on the board tonight. Have not entered the red zone. Really haven't been close to a score. And again, that's what happened in the Leo game, is they were never close to scoring in that game.
Yeah. I mean, I don't remember how many times they got across the 50 in the Leo game.
A couple times. Riley throws it. It's caught. Is it enough forward progress?
He's going to give him forward progress here at the 50.
And they stop the clock.
To number 12, Luke
Yep, they give him the first down. Graft gets the grab and the 3 yards necessary to move the chains. Well, like I said, unfortunately, we did not get the huge crowd in here tonight. But this has been a rowdy Concordia crowd and a great setup here. The atmosphere was fantastic, even with just about 500 folks in attendance tonight. And we hope to be back to normal at some point, hopefully by next season for football. But we're making the best, and Norwell had made it through its season without losing a game, and that's impressive. Considering a lot of other teams lost some games, or even at this point, when you lose a game in the tournament, you lose your season. That's so disappointing for teams like McCutcheon that are not able to finish their season. Aiden Kuntz comes into the game for Norwell here after Ringer picked up 4.
Yeah, I think that might be Max Ringer's last snap as a running back for his varsity
Probably
career.
going to see some seniors start coming out here. Klein Neuenschwander into the game as well, Bill.
Tough to watch, as I was once a senior and went through that same type of thing. It's a hard feeling when you know your season's up and may not play another snap in a football game.
Riley had plenty of protection, now gets flushed. I think actually gave himself up before he got the first down. He did. 2 yards short. So it's 3rd down here. 3:18 as the clock stops. 3rd and short here for Eli and the Norwell offense. Riley will turn his attention to basketball season here soon as the fall transitions into winter, although it doesn't feel like it. Girls basketball got rolling Wednesday night with a huge Norwell win. Norwell Lady Knights starting number 5 in Class 3A. Screen pass behind the line of scrimmage. Graft has a burst of speed and gets cut down near the 30-yard line. 12-yard pitch and catch to move the chains.
Had Concordia outnumbered there on the right side of that field. Good play call and nice execution there by Norwell offense. Closest to the red zone they've been all night.
Yep, it's the furthest they've gotten into Concordia territory. But the girls got their season rolling. That, by the way, if you haven't heard, the game tomorrow, Norwell Lady Knights were scheduled to take on Warsaw tomorrow night, has been postponed with no makeup date announced. They're scheduled to play 3 next week at Mississinawa, at home against West Noble Friday night, and at Angola on Saturday. Riley looking for the deep ball, finally does throw it, looking in the corner of the end zone, and it's intercepted. Klein Neuenschwander was the intended receiver, but it's picked off by Cam Vanderbosch, and he returns it out to the 9, likely nixing Norwell's last offensive possession of the game.
Let's take possession of the ball on their own 9-yard line. It is 1st and 10.
It was all night. I mean, it was the same thing all night. Norwell was just not able to get over the hump and get into the end zone tonight.
You get into the red zone for that matter.
Right. So the Cadets are likely to play Chittard next week. They had a 21-3 advantage at last check over Buff.
Still do. They're up on the video board. It's
nice.
21-3.
That's just a great feature.
Looks like Lures is still up on East Side, 42-28.
That's big.
Homestead on Warsaw, 30-14. Then Dwenger on North Side, 17-6.
Good update there as Dwenger retakes the lead. That was a surprising score at halftime. It was 6-3 North Side.
What's more surprising to me is Amir Drew still in the ball game.
Yeah, I don't really understand why any starters would be in at this point for Concordia, although they don't have a huge sideline as we look down there. So you realize, I mean, there's not that many guys down here. So that's just kind of
on the field
the way it goes. Look, these are 3A teams, so you're not going to have a ton of guys on your sideline. You just don't have and that's the other thing that Concordia faces in the SAC, is that there are not very many two-way players at a lot of the bigger schools.
Yeah, I mean,
here you have some. Right.
Offensive players and defensive players. Sometimes they field first and second string offensive players and first and second string defensive players.
Yeah, and entirely different special teams.
Yeah.
Like, they can do that.
Yeah.
There's a handoff to Drew. Gets a couple more. Close to a first down. 3rd down and really short as we're under 2 minutes. But this is the time to thank everybody who's made this season possible here on The Voice. Athletic Director Kelby Waybright at Norwell was huge. Steve Garza was huge as well in boosting our internet at Norwell this year and allowing these things to look quality. Christian Bohana, obviously, my partner here, has volunteered his time to help me out. This is a volunteer position, people. This is, we really do, There's nothing in it for us, really. I mean, we enjoy calling football games and doing this, especially in the era of a pandemic. Owners Scott and Dale Menser and all of our great sponsors, including tonight, Barclay Builders. Down the sideline, Drew rips one off. Dragged out of bounds close to midfield. And a penalty comes in.
I'm not sure what the penalty is for.
I think it's going to be all face mask. So it is. And it'll advance Concordia some more, and then they can just take knees here. As Amir Drew throws the helmet and walks away. I think he just got hurt on that play. And Bo, that's what we just said. He's walking okay, but he's not happy.
No, he knows something's kind of hurt. He's limping. No, yeah, he's definitely not happy.
That's what I'm saying. We were just talking about that, and that's
you have to know
they
have a backup running back.
Oh, yeah. Well, the backup on the depth chart listed as Max Gleave, who has a whopping total of 5 carries this season. So you know that Drew just basically is in the game on every play. But
I don't know.
Anyway, this is not going to matter. They can take knees here.
Yep.
And on their way to their second consecutive sectional championship. But so many of our great sponsors and everybody who supports The Voice, we've had viewership numbers for a good reason that are our highest ever. And, we certainly appreciate the support. But our sponsors are what keeps these broadcasts free. And for so many schools across the state who went to a pay-per-view, style and format this year, we did not do that because of our great sponsors. Brandon Davis takes the knee and will seal a Sectional 27 championship for the second consecutive year for the Concordia Cadets. The Cadets just get over 500. They go to 6-5. They'll take on Chittard next week. Norwell finishes their season at 10-2 in the most difficult way possible. And Bo, as we kind of wrap things up here in the final broadcast of the season, it's just a tough way to finish things for Norwell. But again, the building blocks are there for a successful program in the future.
They truly are. You talk about laying a foundation, and you talk about putting the finishing pieces on, and the Norwell team definitely did that. They would have liked to obviously come away with some hardware from this season to prove how successful their season was, but a lot of times you don't need hardware to prove really how successful the season was, especially when you're a rebuilding program like Norwell. And a 10-2 record is incredible. If you would have told me they'd have a 10-2 record at the end of the year, I'd have told you you're crazy. They've played New Haven really well. I mean, I think about the East Noble game. You're down 17 in Kendallville, and that, as we talked, tough place to play, and that just speaks strides to the resiliency and how much this team battles through adversity. And then down 21-0 at home against last regular season game in Concordia or in Columbia City, and you come back and they end up winning that game. And like I said, it's a tough loss at Concordia, but definitely a successful season for this Norwell team, and I know head coach Gerber is already looking forward to next season.
A tough way to finish, but that's our final broadcast of the season. Concordia takes the Sectional 27 title game 24-0. Norwell finishes 10-2. The Cadets advance to take on Chittard next week in the regional championship. On behalf of Christian Bohada, my great partner, and our owners, Scott and Dale Menser, along with all our sponsors and the great people we've thanked throughout tonight's broadcast, thank you so much for joining us throughout this COVID-era season. We look forward to seeing you next year as well, and that'll wrap things up. I'm Derek Decker saying so long, and God bless.
We hope you enjoyed this broadcast on the Voice Enterprises. Remember, none of this would be possible without the support of our sponsors. Please take time to tell them thank you and use their services whenever possible. Join us again next time on WellsCountyVoice.com.